folks in this chat, and they are chopping it up already. Hey Cheryl, hey Miss V Young, Brooklyn, Melissa Spencer, Melinda Pierce, all of y'all little soapies in there.
Hey guys, all the usual suspects. Look at
How many
y'all.
people in the chat?
Let's see, we're getting up to almost 20 already. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into this because I know everybody got a lot to say, especially about bold and maybe even some parts of Y&R. I know there's a few seats I'm giving on Beyond the Gates. So we're going to get into it. So welcome you guys to Soul Corner Talk, where myself T, I got my girl Bree on the line. I also got my girl Keish on the line. And we
Hey.
are going to be recapping Y&R, Bold and the Beautiful, and Beyond the Gates for the week of April 6th through the 10th. Got a lot of stuff to unpack. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. And then also, I've been posting a lot on TikTok, even X, and Instagram. So go check out those. All the little Serena videos have been popping up. I did a early teaser video yesterday. So I know some of you guys probably saw that as well. And the spoiler videos are going to probably be coming up over the weekend for next week. And some interesting stuff. I don't know. I guess we get back to the kids on the Bold and Beautiful next week. And
I forgot they were on.
girl, yeah, because I mean, Sheila and Kimberlyn, aka Kimberlyn, took over this week. Um, the kids will be back next week. And then, all this stuff still going on with Matt Clark and stuff next week. I thought that would have been over by now, but I guess not. And
Me too.
then, the stuff that's still happening with that drug thing over on Beyond the Gates. I'm just over it now. I mean, not drug, the blood thing. I'm just over it now. I mean, that whole thing is getting so sloppy and messy. It's like, look, just hurry up and close this case and let's move on.
hmm
You know?
Yeah, it's all leading towards like Jacob possibly not being here or something happened to him. That's what I'm leaning towards,
Yeah,
but
but
yeah, it's messy.
some of the stuff that it just doesn't make sense. I mean, we was talking about that last week where, him trying to be ambiguous by not being able to be noticed, and it's like just hold your head up and everybody gonna know who you are. And you keep meeting up in the stairwell where everything is happening. You gonna get you. Leah already know that y'all been in that stairwell, so I don't know. It's just hopefully they wrap it up. There's other
Yeah.
storylines that's pretty interesting. Deanna put Joey on the spot. We saw Nick Newman snorting dust this weekend. I'm just gonna call it dust.
Happiness.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they were gonna go that far. I thought he was just gonna keep
Me
popping
either.
pills.
Yeah. Like, I was surprised.
When I saw that and he was cleaning his nose, I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, is he gonna start shooting up pretty soon?
Oof. Yeah, that if they go that far, that'd be crazy on daytime. I'm not against it
Exactly.
though, because he's doing a good job so far of acting out this whole addiction. A fantastic job. Get that Emmy, Joshua, please. I don't think he's ever been nominated
You
for the
think
years he's been on
do
the
you
show.
think that
Oh,
they're gonna
really?
give him a nomination for this particular role?
Absolutely. I think they would. Yeah. If he plays it out good enough.
See, that's the part we haven't seen yet. We still at the beginning. We saw him making. He's hyper afterward. I'm wondering if the withdrawal parts of it is where you're gonna really see the energy. You know what I mean?
I think even the episode where he was talking to Chelsea and Sharon.
Last
I can't
week.
remember if that was this week or last week.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on the phone like literally getting ready to pass out
Mm-hmm.
because he's so high. Like
Mm-hmm.
even like those little things have been good
Right.
because he's showing all those different signs of using.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I hope that they the one thing that Y&R sometimes does good is they will take their time with some of these storylines, whereas on Bold, like with Steffi's, I feel like hers was maybe, about a month? But Y&R, they'll actually take the time to sometimes take the time to go through some of these storylines and let it play out for a little while. So it's not just a insta addiction and then, they're in rehab and then, 2 weeks later, everybody's all good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So Jenna in the chats asked, did we see Monday's episode? The answer is no for me, and I don't think Bree have seen it either. But she said you'll see on Monday what's going to happen to Nick. It's going to get much worse.
Ooh, is he? I have a thought now. Speaking of him, I was looking at Joshua Morrow. So he's been nominated for 5 Daytime Emmy Awards, but this is for when he was a younger actor. So 1996, 97, 98, 99, and 2000. So it's been, 26 years since the last time he's been nominated.
Oh, my goodness. Good grief.
That's kind of crazy to me because Joshua Morrow has been at the center and leading many storylines over the last couple of decades. He's a good actor. So it's surprising to me that he hasn't been nominated in, would you say, 20 years?
26.
26 years? Yeah. 2000 was the last time he was nominated.
Wow.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think the same thing had happened to Catherine Kelly Lang before she got nominated within the last 5 years.
Wow.
I think she only got an Emmy for writing or something.
Now, Melissa, she said, did we see that Sean Kanan just Kanan, I don't want to mess up his name.
There you go.
Well, I didn't call him. Right. Listen, right? I didn't call him Sean Krause. She said that he just signed a 2-year contract for Bold. Kimberly Brown's contract that she signed in 2024 is up. Do you guys think that she's leaving Bold?
No. Do I think that, to shake things up for her, she should go to Y&R for a bit and then come back to Bold? Because the thing with Taylor and Deacon's not going to last long. So maybe they might renegotiate her contract, but I don't think she's going to go anywhere. Same thing like with John McCook. Some of them just don't want to, they're not going to retire anytime soon.
Maybe send her over to BTG and she's Joey's ex-wife. We already got one nuisance over there in people's faces every day. We don't need to. Well, listen, they have a petition online to find Sheila a new man. So
yes.
Yeah.
Look, who in the soap board could be her new man though?
Joey.
You know what? That would fit. I mean, he can't judge her for her crimes. I mean, he hasn't served any jail time as far as we know for his, so they got things in common.
I mean, who else would she fit with that would, like Deacon?
Victor.
They were on the same playing field, so.
Yeah, Victor, I mean, he can't judge her. I mean, he's got the same amount of bodies probably as she does. It would work. She needs someone who's going to be has that same sort of background. It's never going to be a straight-laced guy.
No, absolutely not. But
he's
we'll
got to have that edge.
Yep, we'll get into it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Y&R. Keish, did you get a chance to see some of the stuff? Oh, okay, good. Okay, I like to check because sometimes you be like, I don't care less about you about Y&R.
I had a little incentive this week because Malcolm and Stephanie were on. So
yeah. I will say for this week, I mean, we kind of had a little bit of a brief stint early in the week where we had this thing with a conversation between Diane and Kyle. Um, but majority of the week was a lot of the whole thing with, bridging Lily and Holden. Because originally when Lily wasn't a donor, and then connecting Holden to this, I was like, okay, well, he got to be the donor now. And then he wasn't even a match. So I'm like, okay, so y'all brought them over to YNR, Stephanie and Malcolm. I mean, Stephanie and, Malcolm, in order to just bridge Lily and Lily and Holden together.
Yeah. What's going to end up happening is one of her kids is going to magically be the donor, and he'll get treated off screen.
Somebody was also saying they was thinking that they wouldn't be a donor and Kane would be.
Really?
I've heard stories about that too, that Kane could possibly be the one that's a donor, which would technically redeem him in the eyes at least of the Winters.
But my thing is, that's if Shamar Moore is going to be on for future episodes. We really don't know that, because this was pretty much the only week that we're going to see Shamar and Vivica.
Right, but we would see Kane. Just say they did go that route. Let's just play around with it a little bit. If they did go that route, we wouldn't need Shamar on screen. They would just be begging Kane, well, I got tested and I'm a match. And yeah, I'll fly out to LA and meet with the doctors, so Malcolm wouldn't technically have to be on any more episodes. It'll be all about Kane being the donor if they was to go that route.
Well, I'm not sure that's the route they should go, though.
Yeah, I agree with you. I want Kane as far away from Lily as possible, not his kids, because there's going to always be his kids. But Lily, please.
Man, he couldn't last 24 hours.
He couldn't. Go ahead and talk about that, because as much as he talking about he never want to speak to her again, what happened, Bree?
So, in her face. Yeah, early this week, when he was talking with Holden, he was trying to, conspire and say, I need for you to go after Victor, and yada, yada, yada. I'll get to Holden in a second. But then she shows up at Crimson Lights. I was so proud of him for him to just beeline and say, like, oh, I'm going to talk to you, bye.
Right.
I was like, oh, my gosh. Then he goes to GCAC, and then he sees her with her family, and then he sees her like sad and crying, and then he goes to her table and says, like, well, I still care for you. I still care about you. Tell me, who are you going to talk to about this? 24 hours.
Yeah,
I thought you said you don't care.
Girl, he handed her the knife and she turned around and stabbed him right back with it, because he was like, she cut him off again. It was like, what did you expect? That she was going to actually confide in you after you told her to leave you alone and you never want to speak to her again after everything that happened with the kidnapping? And then you come over there and sit down with her and try to be nice and say, oh, you can talk to me. Did you actually think that she was going to spill her guts and spill her heart out to you? No. That's what you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think she low-key kind of liked the fact that he did that.
Of course.
And just so she can be in position of that control and say, like, oh, I cut you off. Mm-hmm. Crystal Khalil actually said something interesting. She said their relationship is like Carrie and Big from Sex and the City.
Really?
Is that good or bad?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because I didn't watch that show.
Well, I had watched it in the past, even the movies that came afterward, and they ended up getting together.
Yeah, and then they did the reboot, and they decided to kill Big off.
Right.
I do not see the relationship like that, because, like, so I guess they're saying that Kane is like Carrie Bradshaw and Lily is like Big.
Oh, so they were saying it in reverse.
Yes. Because he's the one who keeps trying to make something happen, make fetch happen, and try to back with her and trying to plead with her. He's all emotional about the situation, willing to give up everything. Like, I get the comparison. He is Carrie Bradshaw in that case. But I feel like that's a bit of a stretch to compare those two like that. Because she will never just admit that she loves this man. She likes the fact this man chases her. And she still wants to be up underneath him just as much as he does. But she knows she's trying to save face with her brother and her cousin. So you need to stay away from him. He's the cause of these problems. Because even when Malcolm was trying to step to Kane, and he was like, I hope you guys are going to stay away from him. We don't want nothing to do with him. Nate and Devon were like, yeah. And Lily didn't really want to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
She wants this man back.
Yeah,
she don't know
but
how
I
she
mean,
wants.
she could have had him as a billionaire, but girl.
I mean, she's getting her rich. She didn't like him rich. She was perfectly fine with Victor decimating his company the first go around, and she wanted him broke and penniless. So here he is, girl.
Mm-hmm. Keish, you was about to say something?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just listening.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, he's rich people broke. He's not broke.
Right. He still owned the athletic club, because I remember when Phyllis was at the bar talking to him earlier this week, and he was telling her to get away, or he's like, well, she said, well, you own the athletic club and you haven't thrown me out. So he still owned GCAC, so I guess like you say, he got a couple pennies in his pocket.
Yeah, so he's just rich people broke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and plus he's not going to kick her out. He needs every dime to go into that business right now.
Right.
Because that's the only smooth business that he has going on. But the fact that this man, not even 24 hours, I'm like, Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, why do you care? This woman had no problem playing in your face.
I know, right?
Like,
and he just keeps going back.
And if there's anything that's going on with her, that's not your wife anymore. I'm sorry to say this.
Bree, I think he likes the resistance. It's a challenge for him, and he's trying, even though it's stupid. And as I think it was Jenna in the chat was calling him, she's sick of him simping. But I mean, he's the pure definition of what is. Even though it seems like on the surface or underneath the surface that Lily still cares about this man, but her behavior says otherwise. But he keep getting in line for this treatment. She's not giving anything back in return, and he didn't give everything away.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he literally did. My thing is, can someone explain to me why he's more mad at Phyllis instead of the chick who played you in your face along with his kids?
And she is willing to forgive this man. She shot her shot. She's like, hey, I'll give you a job. We had a good thing going. Why don't we kind of revisit, in so many words, revisit what we had? So she's willing to throw it all on the table for him, and he's like, no, and giving her a stank attitude. Kind of like what Monique Abrams said. She said, what do y'all think about the Phyllis and Kane scene where Phyllis looked terrified when he told her that I can build another program and go after you or give it to Victor? And it's like, you mad at the wrong people. The only reason she took that doggone thing for it, and I'm not saying, co-signing the chloroform, because that's drugging somebody. But the only reason that she took that thing from you is because y'all were working a plan together, and because Lily kept playing with your head, she decided, like, listen, ain't nobody got time for this. Let me just go ahead and take the lead and do what I got to do. Because your head was in the sand when it comes to Lily.
Yeah. I don't know why she even bothered to do that, especially given his work ethics. Because as soon as he has an idea, if something happens to Lily, he's perfectly fine with throwing it all away.
Mm-hmm.
He can't. He, as much as he says he likes power, I personally do not see it.
Jenna said a guy is a total idiot.
Look. I mean, there's no lies with that statement. It's for the life of me, they wrote this man to be a billionaire, and then we see him soft as cotton on the show.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't. This is why I don't want him to be the bone marrow donor. Like, I just don't think. I mean, we already seen, the softness within Kane. I want to see him as Dumas. I want to see him as this ruthless man. I mean, he pretty much lost it all. Everyone is pretty much laughing in this man's face. The mother of his children faked her own kidnapping with the kids. They all went along with it. And I feel like he has nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's to be ruthless. Why not write him that way?
I know. And then he had also asked Holden to use Claire to get information on Victor. Did you actually think that boy was going to do that? He's simping too.
Girl.
Does Kane know about Holden and Claire's relationship?
Yeah, but that's why he wanted to use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He get on my nerves, especially at the end of this week. This boy.
Who, Holden?
He can't help himself. Yeah.
Girl.
Trying to use this thing with him finding his dad and just to try to wiggle his way back into Claire's.
Yeah, because Audra wanted to have a whole conversation, and he was like, no, I don't want to talk to you about this. No, leave me alone. And soon as Claire come in there, you just, let me bare my soul and tell her what happened. Maybe she'll give me some box.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can't be that great, though. I mean...
Well, to him it is. Boxes in the eyes of the beholder, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't get it like that. I mean... like, especially with the way that she played in his face. But, I mean, she's already going to plan to use him to begin with. Remember that conversation she had with Nikki about how she wants to go back to the streets and, like, live on the wild side, and she wants the danger, and, she wants to be wild and free. I'm like, okay, the streets, the traffic lights. And of course, we see Holden walking at that perfect timing. So she's going to use this to her advantage, and so is he. It's a mutual beneficiary thing.
Jenna also was talking about Daniel. She's sick of him too.
I would like for Daniel needs a job. He needs some business and a job.
Oh man,
he is forever Tessa's shadow.
Girl, he's just been. I don't think they know what to do with this boy at this point. And let me stop calling it do with this young man at this point, because
he's in his 40s.
You're right. He's grown. They don't know what to do with him at this point because of the fact that he's just floating. Oh, I'm getting an echo. That he's just floating through time right now. I mean, he was with Lily, then he cheated on. Oh, y'all hear that echo?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know where it's coming from. Anyway, like you say, maybe Instagram is tweaking right now. But he had the relationship, cheated on Lily with Heather, ended up with Heather. Heather passed away. The daughter was giving him a hard time with that whole storyline with Faith. And then other than that, he hasn't been working. He was on what happened to Omega Sphere went to Chancellor, and he ain't been working on nothing ever since. So I don't know if they know what to do with him. They tried to put him with Tessa. Look like Tessa is still trying to figure out whether she want to stay with Mariah or not. So who knows what they're gonna do with Daniel?
He is Tessa's shadow. That's his only purpose. It's the only purpose he cares to have in life. His mom has been trying to get this man a job, and he's like, no, for like the past year. And I gave him a pass after everything that happened with Heather. Like, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But even his dad was like, hey, why don't you go to Barcelona and play some music? I don't know. So what you been playing the guitar for?
Exactly.
Like, how are you paying your bills?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, how are you taking care of yourself, dude? I
And
mean,
your child.
right.
I mean, this is why I don't understand like why he's so involved with what Phyllis is doing. I mean, at least she got a job. She's able to afford her hotel bill.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was wondering that too.
Right. Oh man. All right. Also what happened this week is that conversation between Kyle and Diane, which I kind of touched on earlier this
Monday.
week. When cuz we did a podcast on Monday, and I had saw this on the Monday episode, and her statement along with other things that we've been seeing lately is tone deaf. Um, and y'all know I've been talking about this for the last 2-3 weeks since this whole thing had went down. But for her to make that comment to say even though he was drugged, he still had a choice. Yeah, that's a whole problem. It's very problematic. So, and a lot of the people, as much as some folks think that most women would think what Jack did is cheating, I disagree, because the whole, if you look at the whole story from A to Z, it was a total setup, and he was drugged, and he's a victim. Point blank, period.
Jen, you're over Diane. I'm over Diane. She's on your last nerve. She's on my last nerve too. I see why you and Trish don't like her.
Right. We tried to give her a chance for the last 2 years or so. So
I'm just exactly. She's a whole hypocrite. TA. She is a whole hypocrite. She did this exact same thing with the same man about however many years ago to try to get a baby. So I'm just like floored that they're really painting this narrative on the show as this is cheating.
Now, what we saw on Bold, that was cheating. That right there was cheating.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. These were willing participants. Jack was not. This man was taken against his will. Why is that not stressed on this show? He didn't want to be there. And you think of all the women, he's a billionaire. You think of all the women he would want to get with. Why the one who's trying to unalive him and his family? Why? I mean, I understand that men would say like, "Oh, crazy women are the best in bed." I guess why would he pick her? He would have picked Phyllis over her. But I don't like the fact that they're painting this narrative, and I know there was a few Sophies that watched the Michael Fairman interview where they talked about
what?
this.
You actually said that correctly.
Look, I'm practicing saying these names right. Bear with me, all. But I saw some Soapies that were in it. They were looking. They were watching the Peter Bergman, Stacey Haddock interview, and like I was telling you when I saw it, like I could only get through like 22 minutes of it. It's almost an hour interview. I do not like how they're just bypassing the fact that this man was attacked. And so like, he said like, if you were to get a group of women and you were to ask them if they were in Diane's shoes and saw their husband like that, they would be furious and they would view it as cheating. And I just don't like this narrative. It's just not okay to me.
Well, it just doesn't make
Mm-hmm.
any sense. It just did you want to say something before I say something, Keish?
Mm-mm. No,
Oh,
go ahead.
okay. I just it's also like insulting to the watchers or insult your intelligence because if you play it all out from front to back, this guy he was clearly not there of his own volition. It was written in the script. I did a whole Serena video with Diane where I had actual clips of different scenes where he's like, no, 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 and his eyes are rolling the back of his head, and wait a minute, what's going on, and all this kind of stuff. This whole
Serena
thing
need to
had
talk
a,
to her again.
what you say?
Serena need to talk to her again.
Listen, I'm telling you, this whole thing from front to back, it's like we watched what unfolded. You were blackmailed. This man was kidnapped and he blackmailed the family. Unless you give me Chancellor back, you're not gonna see Jack ever again. And of course, they in this frenzy. Y'all got the footage showing that he was taken and knocked out at Jabot and all of this other stuff. And so you erase all of that from your mind because of what you walked into? That doesn't make sense to me. And I don't care how don't I don't like gaslighting. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah. Mhm.
And I just don't like when they want to insult my intelligence. Like, I know what
Mhm.
I'm looking at.
Mhm.
And then try to justify it a whole other way. But it's also kind of this, it paints the narrative that we need to be desensitized to what happens to men in these situations.
Mhm.
And this is written by Josh Griffin, a man writing about this happening to men. I find that to be very odd.
I mean, but it happened to Billy. I mean, he wasn't
Yeah.
that part of the team back then, but it's it happened to Will. At least they were able to
Mm-hmm.
speak up about it, like you were
And
saying,
Daniel,
and Daniel. So,
has resulted in a whole child,
right.
Sheila's grandchild, which is why Sheila should be over on YMI.
Anyhow, yeah. So, I know like every time we talk about this subject, we kind of get lengthy on it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Like
But
they're listening to us.
I
They
hope
listen
they
to the
are.
podcast.
Yeah, I hope they are.
Yeah.
You
We,
know.
we, we stressed
And we're not the
it.
only one. There are other soap bloggers that have brought this to the forefront in conversation. So it's not like we're an anomaly here. So, all right. We kind of touched on the whole thing, but I guess we got to dive deeper into this whole um, copy and paste of Amy and Damien to Holden and Stephanie.
It's literally copy and paste. They probably pulled up the same script and they just changed the names. That's all they did.
Mm-hmm.
We just got this last year.
Yeah,
I
just a
was
year ago.
when Stephanie was what was it, Wednesday's episode? I'm like, wow, her and Amy got a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
So you allowed a whole other man to raise somebody else's child. The part that gets me is, at least with Amy, I mean, Damien had a father who raised him throughout that, whether he is biological or not.
Mm-hmm.
She was still wrong, dead
Mm-hmm.
wrong for
Mm-hmm.
ever keeping that from him.
Mm-hmm.
But Stephanie said that she married this man. He passed away when he was young, and she pretty much raised Holden uh, all by herself. And I'm like, Holden is almost 40. And that's the other part. I'm wondering if he's an older brother or a younger brother to Lily. But you mean to tell me throughout his whole life, you couldn't keep it real and say, hey, I know who your father is. He's alive and well. I think you guys should have a relationship. Why is it up until this man has a whole medical condition that you wanted to save Malcolm's life, and you want to use your son to do that, and you keep both of these men in the dark. And then Malcolm asked her, "Is like, if I didn't have this medical condition, would you have said anything to me?" She's like, "Well, probably not."
Yeah, she was bold about that. I'm like, what?
And it's painting a particular narrative with both Amy and Stephanie about keeping paternity from men. And I was just so disappointed with this rollout, because this is literally copy and paste. We just did this.
Yeah, around the same time last year. Because remember, Damien, the character, was unalived off around June. He found out right before that about all of this, and then reconciled with his mom before he went to Nice, and then he was gone. So it was around the same. It was exactly almost a year ago that we had the same storyline, but with Amy and Damien.
Yeah.
I will say the one thing that I guess maybe works a little bit better for Holden is that we got to know Holden for the last 12 months or so before they brought this storyline on. They had us talking about Damien before we had even seen him on screen.
Right.
And we were supposed to care about the fact that this man didn't know that he had a brother and that his father wasn't his father. So it was like, and I know it was probably more so for Nate, but at the same time, it's like we keep talking about this man that we don't know, we've never seen before. So it was hard to even connect with the story, even when they brought Damien on screen, because we don't know who he is. We don't care. You know what I mean? We didn't care in that sense anyway.
Right.
And at least with Holden, like we've gotten to know this character for about a year now, so I don't know. It connects a little bit more, and then of course his dad being Malcolm makes it a little bit better. Even though we don't really remember Stephanie that well. I think she was only on for a couple of years back then in the 90s.
According to the way it seems, somewhere around 1994.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm enjoying Holden's story a little more than I didn't really care about Damien's story because we didn't get to know Damien before all of it happened.
I was really excited about that because I remember us on the podcast in 2024 when they was looking for a 40-year-old man, African American, to come and play the role, and we was like, ooh, who they bringing on? I remember us having this conversation on the podcast, and
yes,
and they brought him on. What'd you say, Bree?
It was like mid-40s. He was supposed to play a detective.
Yeah, but they normally give fake names and just to throw it off because they don't want you to know the storyline. But then when they got him on, we was like, oh wow, okay, he was attractive. Then they were going to try to that little flirting scene that we saw at Society between him and Lily. I'm like, okay, this could work. Only for her to just trash the character. And then they throw in this Amy storyline with, oh yeah, you got a brother, by the way. I kept the fact from your dad and from you that, Nate Sr. was your dad. And then he was gone after, and I'm like, what? Did y'all just bring him on because BTG was starting? I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, and I didn't even need him to be, we didn't need him to be related to Nate.
Exactly.
We didn't need any of that.
Well, let me ask you this, Keish. Do you think we needed Holden to be related to Lily?
I don't think we did, but because this show is so bad at just doing normal character development, they always I feel like they just go to the easy button, and we're just going to we're going to make him related to an established character because they don't want to take the time to develop him. and to give him
Mm.
his own backstory. They don't. YNR just doesn't care about new characters like that. And I said in the group chat earlier this week, I'm surprised that Audra has been on as long as she has, because they haven't connected her to anybody really, other
Nope, that
than
is true.
ex-boyfriends. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all of her storylines are the same. It's an ex or a man that she's fighting somebody over or antagonizing somebody about, and some type of business deal, scheme, or plot or something that she's dealing with. It's the same storylines for her. It recycles with different people and different businesses, which is a shame because she's a good actress. She's gorgeous, and it's like they've given us little details here and there about her background, and I think her father, somebody was he an alcoholic or abusive or something like that?
Yeah, he was an alcoholic. And that's how she was able to kind of relate to Nikki when she was over at Newman Media.
Mm-hmm.
And her family, like, they didn't have any money, and she wanted to try to fit in while she was in LA, and that's why she changed her last name from Cortez to Charles. And she tried to build herself up, just like typical like American story.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like for them to like bring a character on. Like, I would love for them to bridge like the gap a little bit with her family. Like, she could be related to Tomas.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking.
He doesn't really talk much about his family either.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's supposed to be Mexican. Tomas is Puerto Rican.
It could be a blend, or they could be like, her daddy could, spread his wings, like they all do on the show. But that's a very valid point, though.
Yeah, I just hate when they go to that place of we're just going to make them related instead of actually investing time into developing the character's backstory. Like, Audra 1000% by now should have introduced, or they could introduce a family member onto the show for her, so she's got something else other than business and love interests. But I'm happy that she's still there. I'm happy that they haven't gotten rid of her, for sure. Like, she needs to be there, because we need other characters that are not related to Newmans and Abbotts and Winters. So I'm glad that she's there.
She's like the younger version of Phyllis. They're both one and the same, going through different men, going through job to job. They're using their looks to try to get ahead, and they both want to be strong, independent, and I need no man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They both carry that same sort of attitude. And I think that she's a great character to have on the show. We need more people to just kind of stand on their own and not, want to kiss up to Victor or, be in fear. They just take charge. Like you said, like, they could do more with her and do a lot more with these characters.
Yeah.
Like Holden, I was wondering what they were going to do, because for the past year, he was just collecting checks from Kane until Kane told him to do something. That came out of Holden's own mouth, because he was like, well, I would like to actually try to work for my money. I mean, he got the best job ever. So you're just going to call me when you need me, and I get paid every week? Okay.
Yeah. And this is another instance of, I think Holden is a good character. And they should be building more of a backstory for him, and it didn't have to be having him related to the Winters family. Like, we don't need every African American character on this show to be related to the Winters in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't need that.
Crystal Khalil, she also Khalil did an interview with Michael Fairview, and
Michael Fairview.
Fairman. Fair man. And she said that Lily and Holden were originally supposed to be love interests
Right, I saw that.
They moved in.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I personally, like, I can see how that would be like her type, but at the same time, they look a little too similar. And especially since now they paired, they made him Malcolm's child. Like, I'm like, yeah, he looked a little bit like a younger version of his daddy. I couldn't see him being her love interest after that. And I actually kind of liked it. It makes more sense to me, especially since he might actually be the bridge between Kane and Lily, because he's able to see the side of
Both.
Kane that Kane is trying to reach out to Lily. And, you know, I don't know. I feel like maybe that's why they did that. Because eventually Shamar Moore, he'll come back with his storyline, but in the meantime, he's going to have the relationship with Lily. He knows where Kane's mindset is and why he went to the lengths that he did for Lily. So I think her brother's going to put those two back together. I don't want it, but I feel like that's
so they want to go through all of this to have. I mean, it was nice to see Shamar and Vivica back on screen after, you know, it's been some years. But to bring Holden and Lily together, only for Holden to bring Kane and Lily together, okay.
I feel like that's probably what's going to happen. I mean, of all people, he knows Kane so well. And the fact that we already have enough of Lily's family against Kane, here's someone who can actually be kind of for Kane and know where his mindset is and can showcase that other side to Lily, and then maybe that might change things for those two. I actually would have thought it would have been a better storyline if Shamar had just came into town and, you know, an emergency happened, he needed a donor, and then Holden decides he wants to try to help this man. He feels a pull to this man, only to find out that it was his father. Like,
you would have rather it been a slow burn, basically, or a build up to it.
Like a build up, like they could have.
Well, they still would have needed Stephanie in there to figure that out, because they're not going to do a paternity test on him for him to figure out that that's his father.
They could have been like a blood map. Like, she could have said oh my gosh, let me do this. I'll run the labs and a blood test, and she secretly does a paternity test. Like, oh my gosh, he is the father, or something like that. The rollout where she's explaining this to both of these men, and it's kind of just being like, oh, well, be mad at me or whatever. We need to focus on this. I did not like that. Like, it's like you're telling these men how they should feel and how not to feel, which is disrespectful. Like, you dropped a whole bombshell. Holden is, 40 years old? Because he and Damien were the same age. So Holden, I guess, is in his 40s. I'm assuming that. We know Lily is. But this man's whole life, he could have had his daddy. And Malcolm, he hasn't really raised any children. He could have helped raise his son. And then she had the nerve to say, well, you had your career. Can you really honestly say that you could have balanced your career and raising your child? He was like, well, I guess we'll never know.
Right. How do you take that choice from somebody? You ask them or give them the opportunity. It's one thing if they say, well, I'm too busy with my life, but you can't come in there and say, well, I thought you was too busy. So it's like, why would you take that from somebody?
And plus, she don't know what this man has going on. He could have maybe wanted to have kids. Like, you can't assume. You got to communicate. He had every right to know, whether she assumed or not. They both had every right to know that they're kin, because what if Lily and Holden had hooked up in Genoa City without knowing their siblings?
That is true.
She knew her son went to Genoa City about a year ago. Anything could have happened.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yep.
So for her to say, well, I would have kept the secret, I'm like, oh, okay. So you rather put your son in that position, and she knows all the key players.
Mm-hmm.
She knew about Lily.
Yep.
So she can miss me with that. She's definitely getting a seat.
No, she's getting several
Spoiler alert.
seats. All right. Did we?
Spoiler alert.
Oh, one other piece. The stuff in Vegas. So besides, we talked a little bit about the him snorting dust. Um,
Playing in the snow.
what you say?
He was playing in the snow.
Yeah, he was playing in the snow. Keesh, you funny. The other thing is this thing with Adam. Adam has been swapping spit with Reza. I,
He's enjoying it at this point.
of course he is.
A little too much.
And Chelsea is, according to the spoilers next week, Chelsea gonna show up and catch both of them. So
yeah, he kissing her all up in the mouth, and then we get a
right.
scene with her and Nat Clark kissing each other, and I'm like, girl, you better brush your teeth. I mean, that's just so nasty to me, but it's soaps. I get it, but yeah, he's enjoying a little too much, and I'm glad Nick was like, "How far are you going to take this?"
Right.
Because at this point, I actually kind of agreed with Nick, even though he was, hiding a kite, but.
Mm-hmm.
The whole purpose was to leave an opening so you can try to catch Matt Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Like all this kissing and like building the trust with Reza. Like I don't feel like it's all that necessary.
Mm-mm.
I mean, as long as you get the meeting and Nick poses as you and try to see if that's Matt Clark. I mean, I can't really put, anything past Adam, especially after the fact that he was been willing to make out with this woman and kiss this woman after he told her that, hey, I'm in a relationship with Chelsea.
Right.
Like I'm happy. And you're still doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can still get the job accomplished without cheating on your girlfriend.
Well, look how they started out, Bree. You know what we say.
How you start off is how you finish.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but ma'am.
He enjoying it a little too much. Whatever Chelsea sees, she deserves it.
Yep. So, and then they had that old. Oh, sorry, Keish. Go ahead.
Oh no, I said no. Karma comes, however it comes.
Mm-hmm. And then her and Sharon sharing the same dreams that they had. I had the same dream too. Adam didn't speak to me either. I'm like, well.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
What'd you say, Keish?
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
That conversation was stupid.
Yeah, and they both were like, oh my God, what does this mean?
I asked something in the group chat, and I'll ask the Sophies. So, did they get rid of Cassidy first?
I don't know. We ain't seen or heard anything about it. They don't talk about it.
And I'm like, Sharon has all of these job titles: psychologist, allegedly, a business owner. She owns the tech business, and then she has a coffee shop, and she fights crimes and all these different things. She got more jobs than Barbie at this point. But I'm like, what are they doing with her? I understand we want to try to get her, to where she's not being taken and leave Sharon alone because she's been used and,
Mm-hmm.
and always going through a mental breakdown. Like, I'm glad they're kind of sort of giving her a break, but I'm like, what happened to your business? She's at the coffee shop more than Esther.
Yep, I agree. I'm like, what happened? I mean, y'all had Cameron Kirsten bequeath her a whole business, And we saw Mariah work for it for about a year and a half, and now it's just what, running itself. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they could have gave that company to Phyllis.
Exactly. I don't. And here's my thing. While Sharon is talking about like, oh, you need to get the company back to the Newmans. How about I trade you and give you my company, since I have no clue what to do with technology and that type of business. I'm barely there to begin with. How about I sell you my company? Something.
Mm-hmm.
That's more in Phyllis's wheelhouse anyway. And I mean, I was just asking the question because I mean we see her panicking and worried, and she sounds like she's high, just like Nick is high most of the time.
It's silly.
Look at this loopy and everything. I'm like, girl, are you okay? But yeah, for them to have the same dream, I'm like, why are you dreaming about Adam?
Right. You ain't dreaming
Like,
about
girl,
Nick?
I was like, okay, wow.
You dreaming about Adam for? But
Yeah.
obviously that was her. That was a segue for Chelsea to say, you know what? Let me just go down to Vegas and see what's going on. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all that turned out to be. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I think we covered everything now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let us move it along. We gonna go over to Bold, and we had like 1/10 of a storyline, which was the whole thing with Daphne and Carter. And yes,
That was
they
this
are.
week.
Yeah, that was early this week, and you
That
know,
was just Monday.
yep.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I
it was
totally forgot
Monday
about
and
that.
Tuesday because she took the test on Monday, and they found out on Tuesday they weren't pregnant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I must not have watched Tuesday's episode because I don't remember that.
It was very brief because the majority of this whole week was about Sheila, Deacon, and Taylor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to go back and watch
I
Tuesday.
meant to ask y'all, and I know part of you guys might have that follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You probably saw it. There was a bonus footage that I was able to source and post. Did you guys see that? I think I dropped it in, and I think Bree, you might have responded to it or whatever.
I didn't
But
see.
you know what we got here in the States was the cutoff piece about it had nothing to do with Ridge, why she made a decision to be with Deacon, whereas that bonus footage said otherwise.
What was she saying in the bonus footage?
Well, pretty much that, she was broken after all of
Yeah.
this,
Or
and that, yo, I was so broken because Ridge, you did this and you did that, and so Deacon came along and he made me feel like, yeah, that part.
of course they had to make it about Ridge. Of course.
Well, we didn't get to see that part, so
I I wonder what the overseas like versions of this week's episodes were like.
that would be interesting because there's probably some pieces that we didn't see Sheila say.
Exactly. I'm gonna check that out. Um, but Daphne and Carter, yeah, they're not pregnant yet. I'm like, give it a minute, you guys. Just got married. Get some practice in. Get to know each other a little bit because you guys just got married and you didn't even date. So just give it a minute. I understand you're intentional, be intentional, but hopefully, see, I'm gonna be hopeful for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I just think that this was something to just give us something outside of the whole. They didn't want complete domination of the triangle. So they put this in as a filler until they actually do, get pregnant.
I I rather this than the stuff with the kids. I was glad we kind of got a little break.
I agree.
With the kids.
I agree. So, all right. I guess we can start toward the beginning of the week because a lot of this is because of what Sheila saw when she walked in, because Deacon couldn't stay away, and she saw the caressing and stuff. Because remember, the previous week she was putting all the pieces together, and she dressed up in that little nursey outfit to get past security to get to talk to Taylor. Now, let me ask y'all a question, because they are hanging their hats, and we'll get more into that, but they're hanging their hats on her putting on that nurse outfit, calling that unhinged. Did you think that part was unhinged?
I mean, somebody putting on a nurse outfit just to get into a hospital that I guess she knew they were trying to keep her out of. She was definitely doing too much. Just wait for her out in the parking lot. she don't have to walk to her car at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was just, yeah, was a little unhinged. Well, I mean, how Deacon and Taylor have been moving is pretty much unhinged, but it defeats the point as to the information she needed to get. Like they're trying to say like, oh, she put on the outfit, like she's going back crazy. Her actions this week say otherwise. All she did was just put on an outfit. We've seen plenty of people put on different costumes and wigs and different things. It was nothing unless she came at your throat and actually attacked you. Then that is unhinged. Let the action mean with the words.
I mean, I will say that in the universe.
You kind of phased out.
Sheila's. What'd you say?
You kind of phased out a little bit. Say that again.
I was just gonna say, in the universe of the show, it's not irrational for them to think the worst of Sheila. It's not like it's coming from nowhere, or that Sheila's only done like one thing in her past and they've just all been harping on that one thing. There's a very long history, and so I don't think that anybody expecting her to lash out, I don't think they're being irrational. It's not like it's out of the realm of possibility, considering her 30-year history of being violent. So I don't think anybody's overreacting. She's just going to prove them wrong this time.
I get that. But my thing is, if any woman were to find out that their husband is cheating, there's women who could act irrational and want to try to get revenge. I mean, we have shows like Snapped for a reason, and I think in this particular case, she was upset that people were playing in her face, especially her husband and his so-called therapist. But I mean, with her putting on an outfit, I don't think that that's signaling that she's crazy, because we've seen her in like regular clothes and she's attacking people. Back in the day that she was. So there has to be actions to back that up. And that was the part I had issue with Taylor. So like, oh, she had a pizza cutter. She was dressed as a nurse. Did she get to your neck? Are you sliced and diced up? Looks like you're all in one piece in that terrible outfit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no telling how a woman would react, or a person would react to being cheated on. So, I mean, like, they could have blew up the whole building. I mean, who knows? But in this case, she goes into the office since they were try so hard to keep her away, which signals something to her. It's like, okay, I'm going to sneak in and I'm going to see what's going on. And then she saw her husband caressing Taylor's cheek. And then he's also in a disguise.
Right, he got a disguise on too.
that had sunglasses.
Right.
Like Jacob.
Yeah, like that's supposed to do something. It's like, why is everybody so he can be in disguise but she can't be in one? But she got into that room and she saw what was up, and Taylor did all the legwork where her husband, where Sheila's husband couldn't do it. She said, hey, yeah, well, she was trying to gaslight Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
Especially about the pizza, about like, oh, yeah, that I get the pizza all the time. I really like the pizza. She was like, no, I already checked the orders. I know you guys didn't order anything. And there was a couple of other stuff that she had brought up. And she's like, okay, fine. Yes, I love Deacon. We didn't plan it this way. But you're completely, crazy. And we want to do this. And Monday's episode, especially the ending to that, is that Alfred Hitchcock sort of ending. I love that. Licking the blood off. But the fact that Taylor was trying to throw in Sheila's face, oh, well, you showed up to our room and yeah, you were completely unhinged. You were, you shouldn't have been there. True.
Well, he shouldn't have been there either.
Yeah, but in the same breath, you're saying, oh, I see the change in you. So which is it? Which is it? Either she's changed or she's crazy.
Now, Taylor was just trying to make sure she didn't do nothing to her. She was going to say anything she could, whatever she thought Sheila wanted to hear, to get out of that office alive.
But at least stand on business. And I see where Steffi gets her flip-flop. Like how she flip-flops when it comes to Sheila, especially. I'm like, if you're afraid, why don't you scream? You're in a public facility. Surely someone would hear you. Like a receptionist, security, something. But you know you're in hot water because you were trying to mess around with this lady's husband. If it was anybody else, they might react kind of similar and get at you and confront you. So it just happened to be Sheila's man that you decided to go after. So ain't no telling what's going to happen to you. Mm-hmm. Like, she should be happy she was all in one piece in that ugly outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And those 8-inch heels.
Why did it seem like to Taylor that Bridge was trying to control her life romantically? And I'm like, girl, it ain't even about that. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Keish.
I was going to say, Rich always trying to control somebody's life.
Oh, so you think that he was trying to control her life in that moment, or was this about the grandkids or the family or Steffi?
I mean, I definitely think I understand where Ridge was coming from. I just hate that he's even involved in this to begin with. Like, why are you going to Ridge of all people about your mother? What is he going to do? Like, he's been the main culprit in your mother's pain. Like, I'm so tired of Steffi running to her dad for any issues that involve Taylor.
Mm-mm. I don't see how it's an issue. I mean, if she's trying to make sure her family is on alert because she doesn't know how Sheila's going to move or try to act because her mother decided to be a side chick and put everyone in danger. She's like, yeah, Dad, this is what's going on. Make sure you protect yourself. I'm going to try to protect Finn and the kids as far as what's going on. Make sure RJ and everyone is okay. Like,
that's not why she did it, though. We know she did that because she wanted Ridge to come in and talk her out of being with Deacon. I don't think it had anything to do with making sure Ridge.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that.
Sheila hasn't done anything to even threaten Ridge or even Hope, for that matter, or that side of the family. It had more to do with, you need to talk to Mom to get her head out of her butt, because she looks at Ridge as her mom's protector still, and he's the exact opposite of that.
And while she's talking about she's broken, he gave you the broken heart syndrome, but neither here nor there, I guess. But
still talking about that dang on broken heart syndrome a year and a half later. Like, oh my gosh, get over it already.
I know but I can't. As much as I want to blame Ridge for what happened with Taylor, she was still a glutton for punishment. She should know how this man has moved for the past 30-something years. So if she's broken, it's all due to herself too. I mean, we'll
I agree with you
in a minute.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's not all Ridge; it's her too, because she welcomes the heartache by thinking that things are going to be different this time. And it's like, it's literally, for 20 years, he's proven to you that you are not it for him.
Right.
And neither Brooke either. He flip-flops between women each and every other year. It's just not Taylor's turn this go around. It's Brooke's turn. By the end of next year, he will be with Taylor, because this thing with Deacon's going to be doomed to fail. And she'll crawl right back to Ridge. But
the one thing about Brooke, though, is that it always ends with him going back to Brooke. Taylor has always just been a holding, and when he's in a holding pattern where Brooke is concerned. Yeah, she's a placeholder. He has not been serious about Taylor in like 22 years. It's always just been well, I don't have Brooke right now, so I'm just going to go on over here and let her fill my time until me and Brooke get back together, because Brooke is always going to be it for him.
And
so at least she has that.
Yeah, and that's where she opens her arms and opens her heart to be broken again, and then opens her legs for this man. And she will drop whatever she's doing, and she'll be a glutton for punishment. And Steffi knows that about her mom. And on top of that, Ridge, he knows he has this woman in his back pocket too. And for whatever reason, I will never understand with Steffi. Is like, your dad has played this woman time and time again. So why? I understand from a safety aspect what she's going to call her dad. I get that, but the reason she's even looking Deacon's direction is because of Ridge. And she can talk out both sides of her neck, saying like, "Oh, I fell for Deacon on my own," and then the next minute she's like, "You left me, Ridge. Left me for Brooke. How can you do that? Deacon gave me something different that I never had before. Yeah, you get to sneak around. You get to be a side chick, a proud one. They already gave you Brooke's old nickname. I mean, I guess that's different too."
They sure have.
Like, she's not going to have the successful track record as Brooke, because Brooke is ruthless whenever she was a side chick. She was a very proud one.
Mm-hmm.
And she would be all in people's faces. Like, Deacon would move completely different if this was Brooke he was sneaking around with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Taylor has gotten a little further than what Sheila did with Jack when she had that affair with Lee's husband. I'll give her that much.
I mean, this is such she went from one loser to the next, because this is one of the weakest men I've seen on Bold in a while, and I hate to say this about Deacon because I used to be in love with Deacon, especially back in the day. I love me Deacon. But this man has gotten lazy and sloppy, and Ridge did point out something. It's like, hey, he left you alone with Sheila when she caught you in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the man you're still crying after. And why are you so concerned with his safety and what's going on with him? Like, shouldn't he be trying to see about you and check on you? This man went straight home.
Mm-hmm.
And he was still trying to lie in Sheila's face.
Yep.
And meanwhile, everyone's on pins and needles. Like, what is Sheila gonna do? Like, oh, she tried to get at you, and then on top of that, said like, oh, she came after me. She had a pizza cutter. She had the nurse's uniform. I didn't know what she was going to do. And then when Steffi's telling you you need to stay away from Deacon, oh, she's changed. I mean, she didn't do anything to me really. She could have, but she didn't. I'm like, make up your mind, ma'am.
Yeah, I agree with that. The way that Taylor overplayed that whole pizza cutter thing. I mean, she did try to. You see, she was resisting her urges. Okay, then that should tell you something because normally that conversation wouldn't have last 10 minutes. You would have been done.
Yeah.
So, and nobody's paying attention to that. And twice in this past couple days, Finn has been like, maybe my mom is making changes. Maybe I should talk to her. And Steffi steps in his way all the time. That part right there, I'm like, would you let that man figure out what he want to do with his mama? Lee has already.
I didn't take anything he said like maybe I need to give her a shot.
I didn't say that part.
Episode,
I didn't say that part.
In today's episode, he was like, "Well, maybe I should call her and see if she really did leave town." All Steffi said was, "No, I don't want to push. You don't need to do that."
I didn't hear what you said. The last part kind of faded out.
Yeah, cut out for a second.
Is she still there?
And today, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh. I was saying in today's episode when he said, well, maybe I should try calling her to see if she really left town because they were all trying to figure out if she actually, it seemed like she, was gone. And all Steffi said was, no, don't do that. I don't want to put you in that position, but I love you for wanting to do that or wanting to try or something like that. I didn't take that as her. Like, she wasn't nasty about it. She was just like, no, don't do that. But I love you for wanting to. And that was it.
I wish she would say it like that, but she was like, no, don't do that.
That's not how she... Rewatch it. I've watched that scene multiple times. I watched it 3 times today. She was not nasty to him. She didn't say it with a smart aleck tone. She was like, no, don't do that. But I love you for wanting to.
She softened it up with that. But the issue I have with Steffi, she will not let this man form his own opinion when it comes to Sheila. Like, if he says something, she quickly wants to correct it. It's like, oh, no, she hasn't changed. No, don't do that. Like, if he wants to step in, like she was asking him to do, 2 years ago, to try to get Sheila out of town or see where her mindset is. Mm-hmm. He said, hey, I noticed that if I were to call her, she'll pick up for me. Let me try to reach out to her so I can at least see where she's at. Wouldn't that kind of ease?
Right, because she would have definitely answered the phone. What's going on? Are you leaving town? Where are you? So that, because right now, well, we don't know where she is. She could be anywhere. Okay, when you rather know where she is versus you being in limbo?
Right. And like, what's the worst that could happen that hasn't happened already? He already got shot by his mama.
And his adopted mama is her BFF. So, I mean...
that part right there. Like, let him have his manhood at least once, Steffi. Girl. Like, stop telling this man no. Like, it could have actually have benefited them to know where Sheila was at.
Mm-mm.
But, just like Electra Soulgirl says, Finn is a simp now. He sure is.
What you say? Like, what? Say that part again.
Electra Soulgirl in the chat said Finn is a simp now. He is. I'm like,
He's a simp for his wife
for permission.
He didn't ask her for permission. He just said, "Hey, what if I do this?" And she said, "No, we don't. You don't need to do that." And I don't. To me, her tone of voice was not in a.
She didn't let that man lead. Let that man lead.
Yes. Because he was like, how about I do this and do that? He could have just been and done it. He could have been like, okay, I'm going to call Sheila. I'm going to go ahead and stop the questions and I'm going to see where she's at. Take charge. But he was like, how about I do this and like, I know she'll answer my call and I can see where she's at. And she's like, no, don't do that. Love you for it.
He did not say no in that tone. She did. Her tone was not like that at all.
My thing is that let him make a decision for the family at least. I mean, everything ain't got to go through your direction. It's two of y'all in that relationship, and y'all want men to lead. Let him lead.
She like, and I like the take charge thing that Steffi has. Especially when it comes to her mom, like I'm on her side, but your husband knows he's the Achilles heel for Sheila. She would have picked up this boy's call. And on top of that, he could have seen where she was at. And kind of, if anything, he could also keep a closer tab on her. Just to make sure everybody was safe. It would have been more of a benefit versus them kind of standing around like, oh, I don't know where Sheila's going to be. Like, she could pop up at any time. Like, the worst has happened to you guys. She pew-pewed you both. And on top of that, you guys have been going to the restaurant where she's been working at for years. So... And she saved your life after the fact. That's the part that kind of gets me with the Foresters, particularly when it comes to Sheila. Make up your mind, especially Steffi. Girl, are you afraid or are you not? 1 minute you're saying like, oh my God, we need to beef up security. The next minute, like, I don't want to be caged like an animal. Like I shouldn't be scared. Be scared of Sheila. The next minute you're telling your mom like, oh no, don't go over there. We don't know how she's gonna react. We need to protect the kids. We need to make sure everyone's safe. Make up your mind, ma'am.
She's not, to me, Steffi has never changed her opinion.
You phased out again, Keish.
And this shows, I said, to me, Steffi and Rich both have been the two characters on this show that have never changed their opinion about Sheila. And the thing that this show does is they're always going to go back and forth in the writing when it comes to either somebody standing up to her or saying that they're scared of her or being cautious of her. Simply because it doesn't make sense for Sheila to be there. So these things are going to happen because they have to write interactions with her. So they have to, they have been dumbing these characters down for 4 years now in order to incorporate Sheila into this story. So they're going to do stupid things like go to their restaurant because they have to force some type of interaction with her. They're going to do things like, well, she was able to get into their house because they didn't lock their back door or because now they don't have security, whereas last year they had security. Or a couple of years ago, they had a doorbell camera and now they don't. So, I don't know. To me, the presence of her character just makes all the other characters look stupid.
Well, Kimberly need her image. She got snubbed a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, um, what did y'all think about the scenes between Sheila and Deacon?
Whew. I hope Serena interviews Deacon. I'm just floored how he tells his daughter before Sheila even gets there. His daughter calls him and he says like, "Oh, we'll just be more careful." Once again, you would rather be a careful, sloppy cheater. You would rather do that than keep it real with your wife. And then when your wife shows up and you're asking her, like, why were you in a nurse's uniform? Is Taylor okay? Don't worry. Don't bring up your side chick until I bring her up. But he was still trying to lie. She laid out all the evidence. Like, you're guilty. You are guilty. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know how the sand got there. I don't know what you're talking about. She lays it all out there. Okay, yeah, I was thinking around with Taylor. Yeah, I'm in love with Taylor. And he was banking on her going off the rails. And he didn't know what to do with himself, with her being calm and relaxed. He was hoping to use it as an excuse so badly. And you know he can't. This is a poor excuse for a man. And maybe this is exactly what Taylor deserves, because the fact that she's putting her family at risk for a coward. He can't even keep it real with his wife. She found out the truth through the side chick. And he's complaining about like, oh, I felt distant from you. Like that lie that you kept about Luna has pulled me away. And I'm like, we saw, what was it, Wednesday's episode? Where we saw a clip of him like doting on her 8 toes. You mean after the fact? After the fact, you forgave this woman. You forgave her and was loving on her 8 toes. Mm-hmm. And you wanted to hang on to that one lie, yet you told how many lies for the past several months, lying in this woman's face. Going to go see your side chick, because that's exactly what Taylor is. Because they are still legally married. She is a side chick. He couldn't keep it real with his wife. And that was so infuriating. But the fact that she stayed calm, and I understand she was trying to plead and try to keep her marriage, but he can't keep it real with you. He is a coward. And no matter what woman is in that position, you shouldn't want to be with a man like that. Mm-hmm. But she handled it so well this week.
Kimberly Brown rocked this thing out. This got to be her Emmy reel for 2027.
Okay.
She definitely, I mean, from the conversation she had with Taylor to the conversation she had with Deacon, she nailed it. And I mean, even she kind of pretty much self-sacrificed herself in that moment by saying, you know what, maybe that's where you should be. I know you want to be with your kids. I know you don't want to have to go places, and I can't go because those people don't want me there. I see how you look when you do this, that, and the third. She was like, you know what, maybe it is better you can fit in other places that I can't.
And I wanted to point something out in the chat. Kia 2006 said maybe Deacon was just settling for Sheila, which is why it was easy for him to move on with Taylor. My issue with that is Taylor and Deacon have been within the same circle for a better part of 30 years. Maybe 25 plus years. I'll say that.
You okay,
She
Bree?
has never...
I said, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She has known Deacon for many years. She has never given this man a look. Whereas Sheila pointed out, I loved you when you had nothing. They were looking at you like you were the scum of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved you when you were in the broom closet. And I was with you while you were trying to build this business up. And the moment you get a little money, a little status, all of a sudden now you're appealing to Taylor. And there's nothing wrong with trying to level up in life, but never forget the person who saw you when you were at your worst and was treating you like a king.
Yeah, that girl was in her soft girl era, playing wifey, doing everything else. She served it up in business and in the bedroom.
Yes. And he was sucking up on those toes too. Like, he was loving on this woman. He can't pretend 1 minute like, oh, I was settling, oh, I was doing this. And like, we have seen scenes where they were like great together. We have talked about this team. Like, you're a She-Con fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had great chemistry. Even when he was calling himself trying to fantasize about Taylor, they had a better love scene than what we saw with him and Taylor.
Yeah, they did.
It was much more worthy watching.
She was like, she would put on the little maid outfits and, all types of, she was just doing her thing. But like you say, the other parts where when nobody could care less about this man, she was the one that was there. She helped build that business. She ran that business while he was running around these streets with his side chick.
Like, Bill was calling him a criminal and that he was a loser. Ridge was doing the same thing. Like, everybody was looking at him like the scum of the earth. That man was in a closet. And on top of that, he can't act as if he is this upstanding citizen. He got the same type of track record she does.
Mm-hmm.
So he's no better. That's why they bonded together. And how about he knew about her past, and he also knew about what happened with Steffi and Finn, and he still moved mountains to make sure she didn't serve a jail sentence, and he still married her. So why is he throwing her past in her face? He still chose to marry that woman, was married to her for however many years, still going to bed with her, still sharing a business with her. Mm-hmm. He was not trying to move an inch to get a divorce at all. Mm-mm. While he's talking.
Because I guarantee you, if Sheila still was oblivious, them two would still be carrying on in the dark, because he just told Hope and them the other day Sheila can never find out. So he would have kept going on if Sheila hadn't exposed both of them.
And while Taylor is the doormat that she is, she would have been perfectly fine sneaking around with a married man. She would have been perfectly fine with him telling her sweet nothings and saying like, oh, I love you, you're the one I want. Meanwhile, he going back to his house, laying up with his wife.
And was up until late last week telling her I love you too.
Mm-hmm. Going to work with her and saying like, oh, I trust you to run the business while I'm gone. She has the same access to all the stuff regarding the business as he does.
Yep. So.
And I'm just like, now she means nothing to you, because you see Taylor is supposedly someone with status and deemed as good, and you're like, oh, okay, I can have her around my kids, but she's known you for 30 plus years, know about the crimes you committed, the different women that you've been with, all the stuff that happened with Brooke and how Hope got here, everything. She didn't even give you a look. But the moment she's on a rebound and you're boosting her ego, all of a sudden now you're somewhat attractive. You got a little money in your pocket. Okay, I can deal with that. That's all she's viewing this man as, to me. Mm-hmm. Because that's why she's not pushing for the divorce and he's not in a rush to get one. They know exactly what this is. This is just a thrill of sneaking around, hopping around. I guarantee that's going to fizzle out. Because once again, how you get them is how you lose them. And one of them is going to cheat in the process.
And it's probably him, because this whole thing, you the love of my life thing, he said it to Bridget. He said it to Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
He said it
Oh
to
yeah.
Sheila, and now he's saying it to Taylor. How many lives you got, dude?
Okay. And he was a better cheater then. The only person he's ever been faithful to was Macy, and that's because she had passed away. Like he's either been a side dude, or whenever he gets with a woman, he's cheating. He did the same thing to Quinn too. He's never been faithful to a woman. So what makes Taylor think that she's going to be any
You
different?
attract what you are, okay? So Taylor
Mm-hmm.
has attracted the same type of guy. Ridge will never be faithful to her. Well, she attracted another dude who's never faithful to women anyway. So it's coming.
I agree. She likes the side position more than the main chick position. I mean, it's an art that she's mastered, in my opinion. That's why she has no problem being off to the side and keeping quiet. And the fact that he wants to quietly sneak around and she is willing to go with it says a lot. You would think that as a woman, in the way that you condemned Brooke all these years for her actions and trying to break up families, being a home wrecker, being this and being that, you would think she would have some sympathy, empathy, especially as a therapist. Like, why would you want to poke the bear and sneak around with a crazy person's husband?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now they gave you Brooke's nickname.
Mm-hmm. Let me address this poll. So, I put a question out there. Do you like the good Sheila? 73% said yes. 28% said no.
Mm. Yeah, they wanted Sheila to
Reverse.
I personally did too.
You did what now?
I said, like, there's like a small percentage that wants Sheila to kind of spaz out and go crazy. Like, I get that. I kind of wanted it too, but I liked this good Sheila though. I was surprised by her performance this week. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Keish, do you have anything?
Y'all know how I feel about Sheila.
Well, go ahead and share your piece. Somebody else.
I could care less that she got cheated on. This is her karma for all of the years of foolishness and terrorizing, and she was a side chick herself at one point. But all of the harm that she's brought to people, you get back what you put out in the universe, and she's put out nothing but violence and just nasty behavior for decades. So this is a small bit of karma that she's getting right now. I know that whatever is going on with Taylor and Deacon is probably not going to last for a long time. She'll probably get Deacon back, but I'm going to enjoy watching Sheila be upset and heartbroken and suffer, because that is literally the only form of punishment that we've gotten for this character since she's been back on screen on Bold. She got out of 3 attempted murders and was able to enjoy her life with her husband and her business after trying to kill unalive 3 people. So I have no feelings one way or the other. Kimberlyn, as an actress, was amazing this week. But her scenes with Deacon, nothing for her. I felt no pity for her. Didn't feel sorry for her one bit. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we know how you feel, Keish. But I wanted to share with you because I know there's other people in the chat who have, possibly the same sentiment that you do. So, like Kaya 2006, she's giving you an applause. So, can you guys see the poll? The new poll? Bree, are you there?
Yeah, I was taking a sip of water.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Yeah, take your time. Do you see the poll?
Yeah.
Okay, so because it's not giving me the stats on it. I see the question. Do you see, are you happy for Deacon and Taylor? Do you see the percentages?
It is. It shows up as a Q&A question.
Okay, but it's not giving the
question.
It's not giving the poll. All I see. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, hold on. All right, go ahead. Yeah, what? Keep talking. I'm gonna try to fix this poll before we.
You know who needs to be here?
Who? J Money.
Because we can roast Taylor and Deacon all day. I'll speak for myself. I know I can. But this is his favorite couple.
I know, right?
And sir, I know you're probably listening to the podcast. That's why I'm gonna call you out, sir. But I cannot. It's hard for me to support Taylor and Deacon. I feel like how they're getting together is messy. I actually would have loved for Taylor to find someone to be happy. I would have loved it.
Yeah, as a Taylor fan, that would 1000% have been the route that I wish this show would have taken. But they have proven for the last 20 years that they don't care about the character, and they were never going to cast a new man for her. Any storyline that Taylor gets, she's going to be dragged through the dirt. That's something that I have just come to accept since Krista Allen was cast. They're going to, every storyline that they give Taylor is going to be, they're going to find a way to humiliate her. So that's why I know at the end of this storyline, this is just another way to humiliate her again when Deacon chooses to go back to Sheila. So I've given up. I gave up on the idea or the desire probably a decade ago of thinking or hoping that they would give Taylor a brand new man. It's not going to happen. They won't even let Taylor be happy as a single woman, let alone cast a new man for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. For me, it's not about supporting Taylor and Deacon. Like I don't care one way or another about their relationship being successful. Mm-hmm. I'm just on the petty end of I want to see Sheila suffer, for even if it's temporary. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I can't stand the character. So,
girl, that's your opinion, girl. I can see if Sheila was acting wild and acting crazy, but she's been happily married, and I feel like she really hasn't done much of anything. And on top of that, the people that say that they're scared of her, they don't know what's going to happen with her, are still going to her territory. It wasn't that long ago where Sheila and Steffi had a pleasant conversation. It wasn't that long ago. Because she was talking about the stuff with Luna, and like she didn't grill Sheila. She was like, "Why did you do it?" Like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you shouldn't have done that." Blah 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 blah. And it wasn't that long ago that Finn had a conversation with his birth mother, especially with all the stuff that was coming out with Taylor and Deacon, and he was like having little side smirks as Sheila was talking about her husband and how Taylor was this and that. Like he has no problem being in her face. Like, same with Bill, same with everybody. Carter and Daphne were having a Thanksgiving dinner with her. Like, they're saying that she poses a threat. And then the next minute, you guys have no problem with this woman all in your face. And especially Hope. Boy, was she talking out the side of her neck.
Yes, she was.
The thing that pissed me off about Hope today was when she was talking to was it Deacon? Yeah, she was talking to Deacon, and she was like, "Well, we were all for you getting a divorce from Sheila, but this is just so risky." And it's like, I don't remember a single time when all Hope said was, "Why don't you just focus on, if you don't want to be with Sheila, or if you think that she's going back to being dangerous, then why don't you focus on getting a divorce?" No, every conversation that they had was about how good Taylor was for him. She was literally encouraging it. And then today she tried to make it seem like it was just about him getting away from Sheila and not him and Taylor being together. And it's like, that is the complete opposite of what you've been saying to this man for the last 2 months. Like, that is not what you said to him.
Well, I mean, that whole conversation, she was bothered by it, but when she was interested in Finn, she was supporting that marriage. She was there at the wedding day. She was trying to talk Finn into telling, well, Steffi shouldn't get in the way of you trying to get to know your mom. So her talking all this mess like I never wanted you with. It's like, girl, either you were lying then or you lying now.
Oh yeah, she was a whole maid of honor.
Right. And she was a happy to do it. That's the thing. It wasn't like, oh Lord, Dad want me to be the maid of honor. Oh, no, she was more than happy to do it.
And so Steffi should have been supportive, and we're kindred spirits. Like, I understand what you're going through, and I want to be supportive of my dad, and I know you want to be supportive of your mom. We can do this together, and Steffi shouldn't stop you from it. So when it suited her, it was okay. And all of a sudden now, and that's my thing, like, Sheila has been around all of these people for the past few years. Like, it was about a year or so ago, Sheila and Katie and Deacon were sitting at the restaurant having tea and crumpets.
Girl.
Lee is her best friend. Like, make up your mind, people. Either she's a threat or she's not. At least
sure, we even saw Steffi had a whole conversation with her peacefully at Il Giardino over the past 6 to 8 months. They were just having a regular conversation with each other. I'm like, okay, I guess she didn't call. Especially after that Luna thing when Sheila saved her life. She even took up for her and spoke up for her at one point. Luna, you shot your grandmother.
Yeah, exactly. She done saved Steffi's life, saved her the grandbaby's life. Like, I mean, but that's neither here nor there. My issue is with Deacon. He knew all of this, and he was sucking on them 8 toes. He was creating food based off of her toes.
He put toes on the menu.
Yes. If that's not a man in love, I don't know what is. And she loved this man when he was sleeping with the rats in the closet, okay? Like, so for them to just do this with Taylor, all because his economic status has changed, and he's saying like, oh, you're a good man, like, you deserve so much better. How can you be anything better than a woman who saw you as nothing and wanted to build with you?
Let me address this super chat. Hey Autumn, thank you for the super chat. She says, I was all for Taylor getting a new man, someone who's a clean slate, not Deacon. What Taylor and Deacon did was trifling. Taylor needs to be stripped of that medical license. It was unethical of Taylor. Thank you so much for your super chat, Autumn. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. We'll get a break from these folks, I would assume, because we got the kiddos next week. And Ivy being exposed. Yeah, and then that big old fight between the 2 cousins with RJ and Will. Oh, my goodness.
Hopefully it'll be better than the fight that RJ and Zende had. I will never, ever forget that scene.
Man, it's crazy. Both of them dudes are fighting over Elektra in the office. There's a spoiler where Ridge is going to tell RJ, keep your relationship stuff, personal things away from work. And I'm like, really, dude?
Of all people.
Yeah, at the office. Out of all the people that's saying that, you? Oh, okay. If the walls could talk in that office.
Them walls are dingy by now. It's absorbed a lot over the years. So,
Oh, I gotta address this poll too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I did put out a poll. Thank you guys for participating in all the polls that I've been putting out there. I like to keep you guys engaged. I asked, are you happy for Deacon and Taylor? 14% said yes, 86% said no. Writers, that should tell you something. And even I've seen on other areas of social media. I mean, I think you did see one video where you did see some folks happy about it, Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was a week ago. I don't know what that looks like after this week, the way that Kimberlyn put it down, because a lot of people were not happy. They were sad for her. They felt sorry for her, and not in a bad way. Like I said, there were petitions about who her next man could be. Even Soap Dirt did a new video earlier today saying B&B shocking new love interest, Sheila's next love interest after the split. So I mean, everybody is looking to see if they can find her a new guy.
You know what I keep seeing is like, particularly women sharing their stories about like how their husband had stepped out with another woman and like kind of relating to Sheila. They made Sheila relatable.
There were people actually saying that they were crying.
Yeah.
It was all over Facebook. I've seen some comments on Instagram, and there were folks like, man, and probably because it triggered something either from past relationships or whatever, But there were people literally crying over this storyline this week.
Yeah.
These writers don't care.
Say it again?
The same way I said, these writers don't care, or the producers don't care, because the same way that people were pissed off about the fact that they did the whole little Sheila got out of jail on a technicality for 3 attempted unalivings.
Mm-hmm.
They carried on with that storyline. They don't care. People were mad about that. You saw things online about that, about how that was ridiculous. So they're not going to care about how mad people are that Deacon and Taylor had an affair.
Mm-hmm.
They did not care.
Yep. So it's just interesting to see, what some of the responses are after, this week's storyline. I was looking at this and I'm like, dang, this is actually sweeps worthy material. And I know, Bree, you have brought up the conversation because May Sweeps is coming up within the next week or so. You was like, dang, then what are we going to have for May Sweeps?
Right, because the stuff with the letter is going to be revealed next week. Like, the stuff with Sheila and Deacon that came out this week. I mean, so what do they got for May Sweeps? It's like they got nothing.
Unless Sheila comes back with a court case, a divorce, or who knows. They got to come back with something.
I feel like that's going to be the next thing.
Yeah, she going to come back with something.
Yeah.
I mean, even if she decided that, hey, I don't think they're going to do that, because if they do that, then that really, it really speaks to the fact that they don't like the Taylor character if they actually give Sheila a new man. I mean, seriously, because, we've been asking to bring folks on for Taylor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they never did. They threw the Taylor character into a whole side chick storyline. But if they did put Sheila with a new interest, yeah, they really don't care about the Taylor character, if that was.
No, they've already proven that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. They'll keep up with the track record.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I was surprised by? Brooke's reaction.
Yeah, because you thought that she was going to be pushing this on, and she was like, oh, my God, why would she be with Deacon?
Yeah. I thought her sentiments were going to match her daughter's. I'm like, oh no, okay.
I think she'll end up changing her tune after she talks to Hope.
It didn't look like it's like she knew about everything. Like, she's like, how can she just sneak around like that, putting everybody in danger? I think Brooke is going to read Taylor for her actions for all the years that she has called Brooke a homewrecker. I
do think we might get a scene like that, but I think eventually.
Keish, your phone keep phasing out.
No.
Can you?
I don't know why.
Yeah, as soon as you get into a good piece of your content, then it just go quiet.
See, Sheila, it's Sheila. She working behind the scenes. She's like, no, we ain't gonna hear that.
Go ahead, Keish.
I think I said I do think that we'll get excuse me. I do think that we'll get a scene of Brooke reading Taylor. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I think she's not gonna give 2 cents about what's going on with Deacon and Taylor. Mm-hmm. She's gonna see that her daughter is happy that her dad is with somebody that she approves of, and she's not gonna care. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Who's that, Keish?
Yep.
You all right, girl?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just need to learn how to swallow again.
Oh. That's crazy. Now, we got Taylor's mom with Deacon's dad, and then we got Hope's mom with... Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see.
Steffi's
mom. Yeah, I had a Steffi.
Hope's dad.
Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, we got Steffi's mom with Hope's dad, and then we now got Hope's mom with Steffi's dad. Oh, okay.
Once again, they're not trying to spend no money on casting some new people. Right. To kind of mix it up.
Everybody is just all intertwined.
Okay. Not on casting new people, not giving anybody new sets. Like, why is Taylor still living with her daughter? Mm-hmm. A multi-millionaire. Why is she still in her daughter's house?
Yeah, I mean, she could be in Thomas's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that set's going to be used either by Daphne and Carter, or it might be Taylor in this case.
Daphne and Carter have a set, though.
But they were talking about getting a bigger house, and they were looking for houses that were on the market.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They were talking about that. We haven't seen the shack either. We ain't seen that since...
The cabin?
I don't think since... Yeah.
The little tiny cabin in the woods.
Hope's cabin?
Yeah.
Because Hope and Liam lived in Brooke's house this go around.
That's another one. I mean,
that was the funniest thing to me.
Yeah, Taylor need her own place, and Liam a whole married couple with a kid. Y'all need your own place.
He a millionaire son, and they're a bunch of mooches.
But you gonna let a 21-year-old have a beach house? Somebody else need to have a beach house.
I agree. Taylor should have always had her house. Like, we only see her go, she in her shoe closet of the office, and then she over at her own daughter's house. And before that, she was living up there with Eric. And that's because Reg didn't want to spend any money and get a place. He wasn't even in a rush to do it. And he went right back to Brooke's house. Like, some of these people are just mooches.
I don't understand why they don't stop using the pool house or the guest house at Eric's and make that somebody's residence. Like, change that set around.
Yeah.
You talking about where Taylor was staying?
Yeah, when her and Ridge were staying at Eric's. Yeah. Or every once in a while when they show Zende once a year. Once a year. That's where they have him at. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't, Eric doesn't need that guest house.
Yeah.
Like, plus they're on a bigger, a bigger studio, right? They said it was like twice the size as the old one, so they can create sets.
Well, I think they gave that to that runway in the mid, behind the CEO office. All that space over there. Remember that whole thing that Daphne and them got married on? They didn't have that at the old set. They now have that there. So that take up a lot of space in itself.
Yeah.
All right. Did we cover everything?
Yes. Kimberly Brown, A1 performance.
Oh yeah, she gets star of the week.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was just so happy with her performance, and like, please keep that going. It gave me old school Sheila, where she had those powerful performances.
And I know she got snubbed a couple years ago. Let's see if she can get one in 27. We shall see.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, her, and we're rooting for Josh Morrow. So
yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and of course the newbies on the block, BTG. Hopefully they get a lot of them this year.
When did they announce the nominations? Let me look that up actually. Because the actual Emmy Awards, I think, is going to be later in the year.
Yeah,
in the fall, right?
Yeah. It used to be in the late spring, and then they pushed it back to like December one year, and then I don't know.
Because of the strike.
Right. That was in 2023.
Okay. Yeah, and then from that point, they just pushed it off later. I'm like, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the date. Wow, it's that late too. So
it's in December?
30th.
Oh, October 30th.
No, October 30th.
The day before Halloween, huh?
But they just opened up the submissions for the nominations March the 19th.
Oh, okay.
And the nomination announcement is going to be July 2026. So in a couple of months, I guess.
Ooh, we're going to have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, me too.
BTG people get in.
Yep. All right, we had a lot going on this week. We still got that whole blood plasma ring going on. Lynette then upped the stakes and pretty much blackmailing Haley, that's what you get. The whole thing with June and Samantha and this cotillion. Madison is being sued because of something her mama put on a blog post. We got this stuff happening between Eva and Isaiah's mama. What's her name? Darlene? No.
Oh, I love this Darlene.
It is Darlene. Okay. And then that back and forth argument between Vanessa and Nicole. Yeah, it was a lot going on this week.
Mm-hmm.
So where y'all want to start?
Oh my goodness.
The plasma ring, because
you said get that out the way, huh, Keish?
Yeah, I agree with that.
What's your thoughts? Go ahead, girl.
I'm just bored with it.
You bored with it?
Yeah. West Jacob Blowhart, him and Smitty both, but I don't know how many more episodes of watching Jacob stand in the elevator with sunglasses and a hat on, passing off plasma to Grayson or vice versa. Like, okay.
Didn't he tell Smitty in the alley that it'll be like all he has on is this? Like someone's gonna eventually recognize him. Like, yes.
I know, right?
Like you couldn't put on a better disguise.
I would rather see more of what Leah's doing than the back and forth between Jacob and Grayson and Smitty, honestly.
We hardly ever see Leah. She only pop up to be vindictive to Grayson and some of the staff members, but yeah, she's a big part of whatever is going on, at least so we think.
Yeah, give us some of that insight. Like, I know Leah's a temporary character for the storyline, but let us see more of what she's doing. Like, let us see another side of this plasma ring so we can be invested a little bit.
Right.
yeah. I'm still confused. I still don't totally understand what Smitty's part is in this. Like, I know he had the one guy that was like his informant or something like that, but it's like, okay, so that guy isn't part of it anymore because he got hurt, and I think they sent him away somewhere to protect him. So, like, why is Smitty really needed still?
Right, because he was working alongside Smitty, and now he's out the picture. So now, I don't know. He's diving into both of them. I can't keep up with that part of it. It's just all over the place. It's too long. You know, I mean, I didn't know what they were going to use Jordy for. You know, obviously we saw him connecting with Ashley, but he's part of the thing as well. You know, I'm like, okay, well, I'll pay attention to the other storylines until they end that. They missed, I mean, the two of them missed their anniversary over this, and we got a little bit of a reminisce over, you know, their why Isaiah was troublemaker at the wedding and all that type of stuff. But you know,
which that was
some interesting backstory.
Yeah, it was that wasn't strong enough for me. The way everybody kept talking about the wedding and the drama from the wedding with Isaiah and his dad, it's like, this is what it was about because he didn't want to put that suit on, that tuxedo.
Right.
Like, seriously?
Yeah, and he decided to get drunk, and I'm like, okay. But I found it interesting that Darlene, she didn't like anybody with her sons. She didn't like Naomi, but I guess she changed her tune about the Duprees after she chewed out Eva. But yeah, she don't like anybody with her sons at first, which I kind of get the protective aspect of it. But it's like she feels a way about everyone and everything. And I'm like, if only you knew what your husband was doing.
Right. Yeah. So, but Eva was mad. What did y'all think about that conversation when she overheard the two of them and called her the, what is it, the spawn of Satan or something like that?
Spawn of Satan.
Right. Yes. And so they got back to the house and she was mad that Isaiah didn't defend her and all of this stuff.
Even if he were to defend her, it's not going to change Darlene's opinion. Because that's a personal issue. If Darlene decides to like her, and then you know, ignore what she did in her past, and that's on Darlene. But he can only defend so much. But her opinion is valid. I mean, up until this point, nobody has knocked Eva for her actions. Someone actually pointed out the fact that she did a deplorable thing. And the fact that she condones her mother's behavior and wants to help cover up her mother's behavior says a lot about who she is as a person to her core. And it's one thing to say, like, oh, well, she's done good things. Like, oh, she, you know, she might be scared of her mother, or, you know, she can't help, you know, take up for her mother. That's all that she knows. Well, her mother put her in that position. And Eva's a grown woman. She could have controlled her actions. And up until this point, nobody has called her out for her actions. So it was actually
away. Cat. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Except for Cat.
I said except Cat. Cat is the only one that does it. Everybody else tries to make it seem like Cat is just being hateful or like she's jealous or whatever. And it's like, well, she's telling the truth.
And it was refreshing for Eva to recognize that, hey, it's not all roses with everybody. Not everyone's about to give you a pass. And I like that. So someone outside of Kat has pointed out your actions and put the mirror to your face. I like that. And then she getting her feelings like, why did you defend me? It's not, there's not really much to defend. You did it.
Which I think he actually did defend her, didn't he? She just didn't hear it?
She didn't hear it. He somewhat did. But, I mean, even still, it's not going to change Darlene's mind. All she did was just pointed out the truth.
Yeah, I don't, y'all ain't been dating that long, and obviously, just because, and I know we've had mixed reviews on this when it comes to Eva, but I do agree with y'all on the fact that you can't force nobody to approve of what you're doing or what you have done. And she doesn't have to. That's her son. And I guess because I'm putting myself in that position. I'd be like, wait a minute. I got to think about this one. You know what I mean? And, for her to think, well, I can't believe that you didn't stand up for me. What you want him to do? Cuss his mama out?
Right.
That's his mama. And he's tiptoeing around the family as it is because of what he used to be and his situation with his father. So you want him to just go off on his mama because you say so?
Because you're in your feelings that somebody is, not overlooking what you've done.
Yeah.
Like someone's not giving you a pass for your actions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't sit well with me. Go ahead, Keish.
One of the things that also annoyed me about that situation is, what's her name? Dana wasn't pleasant either.
Right.
She sat at that table and was taking jabs at Darlene, and she was being rude too. But for whatever reason, all Isaiah focused on was his mom, and Isaiah and Eva both just focused on Darlene. But neither one of them called out the way that Dana was acting. It was all about how Darlene was acting, and it's like, why is it that Isaiah completely? It's like he just completely brushes off and ignores everything that Dana does. It's just like, oh well, it could be worse, or oh, that's just how she is. Right? Yes, he downplays it, but with anybody else, it's why did you say that, or why did you have to be like that? Or with Eva, you didn't defend me, or your mom doesn't, or whatever the case is. It's like they only focused on her, and neither one of them really said anything about Dana's behavior.
Yeah.
Like, you're witness. And he's witnessed her more than once with his own eyes be nasty and rude and just overbearing and just barging her way into a conversation, or just sitting down at a table when she wasn't, you know what I mean? He's seen her do all this stuff, but he makes excuses for her for whatever reason. I don't understand it.
But wasn't it 2 weeks ago? She was trying to plan a whole wedding.
Yes.
Like trying to steal all the stuff that Chelsea and Madison wanted to do for their wedding, and trying to tell everybody like, oh, Isaiah and Eva, they're in about a year, they're going to get married here. Like just trying to be a total nuisance. And he still gave Leslie a pass for that. And Kat was like, look, look into what you really want to marry into. I wonder if Darlene would like Kat.
Yeah, well, that's who is that? Crystal Harper in the chat. She said, I'm waiting for Darlene to talk to Kat, who will undoubtedly tell her Eva slept with Tomas and that she warned Isaiah.
Okay.
Eva stands no chance of mom's approval.
They probably won't even give us that. They will not have two Eva haters in a scene together. They won't give us that. And they didn't already had her and Naomi in the scene, and Naomi was praising Eva. So I'm wondering if Darlene's dislike of Eva even lasts longer than another week or so before she comes around.
Yeah, that's possible.
That was also annoying. It's like, why does every character on this show have to be an Eva apologist? Like, why? It is so unnecessary. It was unnecessary, in my opinion, to have Naomi give that assessment of Eva. And you see how they also threw in there, because Darlene asked her what she thinks about Eva, and she was like, "Well, honestly, I don't think about Eva at all, unlike other members of my family." And it's like, this is like this. Yeah, it's like the second or third time someone else has done that, because Chelsea has done that before. Samantha has done that before. And it's like, why do y'all do this? Like, what is the goal here when it comes to Eva and Kat? Like, are they really trying to redeem the Eva character? Are they really trying to make us feel like Kat is just being totally irrational, or are they setting this up for Eva to finally be humbled? Because I don't understand.
Actually, Chelsea tried to do this this week, where she had a slick comment about Kat. I think she was talking with Ted, and they were talking about the Fenmore thing, and he brought up like, oh, well, me and Nicole get along. I wish Eva and Kat get along.
Yes.
And take a note from what me and Nicole are doing. And she said that, oh, well, the problem with that is Kat doesn't read like that.
Yeah.
Really?
And why did Ted even bring, like, he pulled that out of nowhere? Like, what does you and Nicole's relationship have to do with Kat and Eva getting along?
Right. So,
and we got to talk about that conversation that he had with Nicole, too, about trying to speak up for Carlton.
That was weird. That whole conversation was weird.
And then she checked him by saying, maybe you need to talk to your girlfriend, because she was the one that put us together.
Okay. I was like, okay.
And then he gonna sit there and talk about how he doesn't know if he can give Shanice what she wants. And it's like, you just sat here and judged Nicole for not wanting to be in a serious relationship or commit to Carlton. But now you're telling us that you're not ready to commit to Shanice. Like,
I think J Money was right. I didn't see it before, but I see it now, that he's trying to somewhat sabotage this relationship that Nicole has. Like, so he's going to throw a monkey wrench and like, oh, I support Carlton. Yeah. So she could do the knee-jerk reaction and get with Kyle. And that doesn't work out. And then she doesn't care to be with Carlton either. He doesn't really see, basically from that conversation, he don't really see much of a future with Shanice. He said he's going to try and see, but I think he still is finding another way to get his ex-wife back.
It would be more entertaining if that's the reason that he's doing this. Because, like, what do you mean you're in there advocating for your best friend to get with your ex-wife? Like,
yeah,
that was a weird conversation.
Weird, yeah, very weird.
I also want to talk about with y'all that conversation between Nicole and Vanessa. Vanessa need to take several seats. You can't tell her to be supportive of something that man was totally disrespectful. He insulted their careers. I mean, both her and Carlton are doctors, and because he was a plastic surgeon or whatever, and you didn't believe in that, he was rude.
Yes, and he started it.
And he started it. And she's mad because she didn't stick around for the insults.
Right. And expected an apology. That's the part that got me.
Well, and said, I expected you to be supportive. Supportive of what?
I get that, but Nicole has shared her opinions on Julie for a matter of months. So this is probably the one time where he actually spoke directly, same way she's been blunt and speaking directly, same way Danny did about his reputation within the community and what he's done, his money laundering, all these different things. Like, they've had no problem pointing it out in his face, and he's returning that pretty much.
But what they're
He shouldn't agree to go to that dinner if he was only going to go to the dinner to start an argument with them because of whatever disapproval that they've given Vanessa in the past.
I think they dished it out the same way he dished it out. I think I think when it comes to Vanessa, because Nicole and Carlton and Joey, they're going to have their own opinions about each other. But she can't force the issue. They don't get along, And it's okay. Like, you can have a whole other group of friends that might like Joey, and it's okay. You can have your own separate relationship with Nicole. But to force a friendship and then try to force an apology, I'm like, girl.
My thing is, she too busy trying to push this man into mainstream. That's not who he is. This man is underground. He does dirt. He got a lot. He's involved in certain criminal activities, and she's trying to make him look presentable. And she's trying to force him into spaces that she feels comfortable in. And dude is like, look, can't we just do us? Why I gotta go here and I gotta get dressed up to go there? And can we go and eat with these people and all this so kind of stuff? Our relationship ain't about these people, it's about us.
I think she wants to create some sort of legitimacy so Deanna can approve. I feel like, yeah, she wants to present him within those circles. That's why she was crying about, like, why you don't want to be out in public with me? And he made that public display over at the country club a couple months ago. And, she's bringing him to different events, and now she wants to bring him around her friends. But I think Deanna shook this woman. And all she wants to do is trying to present that, oh, this is a legitimate relationship. Like,
but Bree, she was doing this stuff before the daughter came into town trying to make him clean him up for him to hang around. Because that whole winter thing, that was well before the Deanna situation.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I agree with that. But since Deanna is in town, she's really she wants to try to keep her daughter, and she still wants to keep this man. So bringing around her friends to try to showcase the legitimacy, like, hey, like they find him good. He's a decent man. Donnell likes him. Like, she's trying to sell him like she would sell a house. Which is what she's good at.
I just don't. Her support is it come with let me see, how can I say this? She's asking something, just like I guess Nicole can't ask her to do something, but Vanessa's also asking her to do something that Nicole isn't really 110% wanting to do. And if she don't do it, then maybe that takes our friendship into question. She don't have to like your man. She don't.
Right.
I don't. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I was going to say, plus it seems like she's more Danny's friend than anything than Nicole.
Right, but the thing is that
Danny don't like him either.
Right. I mean, I don't, just because I'm cool with my, just say y'all, right? I just say y'all, for example. I don't have to be cool with your significant others. If he got a problem with me or, vice versa, hey, there's boundaries that you have to set, and you just move around in a way that, hey, I see you when I see you, meet me for tea, I'll holler at you later. I don't have to like your guy. You got to deal with that relationship.
And she knew how Nicole felt. She knows how Joey feels about her friends, about the Duprees. She knew how Nicole felt about him. So, like y'all were saying, why are you trying to force this? Like, why are you trying to force this double date when you knew this wasn't going to work out?
Right.
And it didn't, because the minute, if you go back and watch that scene, the minute Nicole and Carlton walked over to the table, they barely sat down before Joey started.
Yep.
Barely sat down before he started in on them. And Nicole didn't walk in with an attitude or anything like that. You know, she walked in with a little smile on her face. And Joey did what he did. But for whatever reason, it seems like even when Vanessa was talking to Danny about it, it was like she was putting most of the blame on Nicole. And it's like, were you even at the table when this was happening? Like, were you tuned in, or were you like lost in space? Did you not hear your boyfriend instigate that argument and then take shots at your best friend's family?
You know what? I think it's a build-up because it's all on Vanessa. Because whenever she has conversations with Joey, she's like, oh, well, Nicole said you're this, you're that. She's been doing it for months. And like, oh, the people in the town, they don't agree with you. They say this and this. And oh, Danny said this and this. So he probably just wanted to get a lot of stuff off of his chest, and he just took that opportunity. But he probably wanted to make it clear he doesn't want to be a participant in something like that.
Vanessa,
he don't want to go on double dates. So he just had a nuke and it just blew up this whole thing. But yeah, she tells a lot of her conversations with Nicole to him. So all he can do is form an opinion, like, oh, she doesn't like me. Oh, she's saying this. Oh, she's judgmental about this too. Oh, okay.
Vanessa needs to just quit while she ahead. Everything that she didn't try to force blew up in her face. She tried to force them kids on Joey. She tried to force him to be in places. She tried to force her friends on this thing. And in each and every scenario, she got backlash for it. So it's like, just live your life. If your friends don't like this guy, they don't have to associate with him. You can't force them to do things, be or accept him or see him a certain way. They're gonna see him how they want to see him, and Joy is okay with that. You're the one that's not okay with it.
Because she knows she's lying. She knows both her and Joey both know that everything that Nicole is saying and that Deanna is saying is true about them. They were having that affair before Doug passed away. Joey is a criminal. It's there's nothing that either one of them has said about that relationship or about Joey or about how Vanessa is acting right now that is false. But the two of them, like in today's episode when Joey is talking to Deanna, it's like, you know what you did. You know what you did. You unalived this girl's father. You know you dirty. Everything that Deanna is suspicious about, she's right to be. So Joey and Vanessa are knowingly trying to gaslight her family and friends.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so insufferable about that relationship is we know, of course, Nicole and Deanna don't know the details, but we know what's going on. And we see them lying to everybody and also being very like indignant and just kind of, I don't know, almost self-righteous about the whole situation. Like the way that Vanessa was when she is arguing with Nicole today. Like, you are really sitting here acting as if Nicole is not telling the truth right now. And that's probably why she's so mad, is because she knows Nicole is telling the truth.
Yeah, and she's not about to give up that pain. This pain has turned her into a whole criminal. She didn't move that pain in a couple weeks after her husband had passed. This pain, it got her looking crazy amongst all the upper echelon in Fairmont Crest. She's not trying to give it up. Even after she finds out what happened to Doug, she's not going to give Joey up. And this is why I'm like, go ahead and just keep them together. That she doesn't care what he does. She doesn't care about the crime. She doesn't care about any of that. She didn't even care about her kids, to be honest. 3 holidays had passed, and she wanted to spend time with her kids.
Yeah, that whole conversation also include her saying, using their relationship status in play. You should understand, about what it's like to be with a man that you've loved for so long. And I'm like, don't bring Ted into this.
Right. It's been how many months with Joey for her?
Right. I mean, and
Like,
I
girl.
mean, she's like, but see, now I'm the one in the monogamous relationship, and you're not in so many words, and I'm like, listen, you doing too much now. I mean, hey, my thing is, whatever Nicole decides to do with the two guys, that's one thing. But you trying to use her relationship status to get her to think your way,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you filed for that one. And the fact that I mean, Nicole told her, like, listen, you only known this dude for some few months. We got decades of friendship, and you ready to throw that away. And she said, because I love him.
Because I
Okay.
love him.
And she was like, okay, well, you done let me know where your priorities lie.
Mm-hmm. She about to look real stupid when that
When that
when
truth
it
come
comes
out
out with
about
Joey.
girl,
Yeah.
yeah, when that truth come out about Doug, her daughter ain't gonna ever forgive her for that.
Mm-mm.
Cause she gonna be
Whether she
like, where
leaves
were
him.
you when? And especially if Deanna find out where her mama was
Oh
that
yeah.
night.
Yep.
Mm.
So he
Like,
had you killed while he was making you scream to the top of your lungs. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
she went at round 4 when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, she addicted to pain.
Yep.
And hi, Aisha Phil. Hi, Aisha Phil said, my baby had surgery today. I'm super late. No worries. We hope your baby is okay. I understand the sentiment.
Wait a minute. Who wrote something in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that. Who was
Aisha
it?
Phil 305.
Oh, Aisha. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I understand completely, girl.
All right.
But
Yes. Prayers for the babies.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right, we gotta move on. We're gonna talk about Haley and Lynette. Lynette ain't playing.
Yeah. I think we called this when Lynette came on and we found out she was a scammer.
I
At some
actually
point,
saw
she was
her in
going to
another
start
movie.
blackmailing Haley. Would you say?
I actually saw her playing in another movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm trying to, and I was me and my me and my fiance was watching it last week, and I forgot. I gotta ask him what the name of that movie was again, but I looked up and I'm like, that's the girl that played Lynette, but she was giving a dude the head in the car.
Oh. Oh, wait.
Was it? It wasn't the Tyler Perry show, was it? The one on Netflix?
No, it wasn't a Tyler Perry movie. I'm gonna ask him what was the name of that movie. But yeah, she was playing some type of toot, and he in the it's kind of like it was a urban drama type movie.
Oh, okay.
I got
Yeah,
you.
and it kind of remind you of something that you would see on Power or something like that.
Mm.
I forgot the name of that movie. But anyway, I think it was on Stars because we was watching Stars last week. But
Okay.
yeah, when I saw her, and I'm like, that's Lynette. And then it went into that scene where he was driving the car and she was giving him head. I'm like, whoa.
I love the Lynette character.
Me too.
They definitely needed something like this. I wish the Haley character had moved more like Lynette, because speaking of slow moving trains, I know we talked about the Jacob storyline, but like she has been trying to unalive Bill since September, October, when she did the whole switch up.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in the middle of April. And
Right.
it's like she has changed her tune, and then they did the blood test result. They saw that there was something, spiking up. So I guess they're not revisiting that. And then she has a whole conversation with Randy. It's like, oh, we need to unalive Bill as soon as possible. Okay. Now here we get to Lynette. You now put yourself in a predicament to where she is blackmailing you. She say that she wants to have at least up to like about $1 million or $2 million or something a week or a month.
She's looking at houses and everything.
She sure was. I'm like, she was always going to be in position to tell your business. And you want to talk about unaliving Bill. Yeah, that's probably not the person you need to worry about right now.
Right. Yeah, Lynette gonna blow up your entire spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would. I mean, if it was up to Haley probably would do better by going tell Bill. A little bit about at least a version of her past, because that's the power. She got to take that power away from Lynette, and the way to do it is the sweet. Because remember, Bill is sniffing around. If he get the story from her, and knowing her, she'll probably try to manipulate him. She need to get in front of that story herself.
Yeah, ASAP. And then all these other variables. You got Tomas, who's looking at you crazy. He wants to expose you. You got Kat, who always gets all the facts. And then Naomi, and now Lynette, we know she has secrets on you, like all these other variables, and she can't keep up with her lives. Yeah, even Joey.
The walls are closing in.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's going to be exposed in May. Because once Tomas finds out that secret regarding Lynette and their connection, I think she's going to expose Haley before Haley gets a chance to try to get after Bill, because she's waited too long.
Yeah. I didn't even think about what you said, that it would make more sense at this point for her to unalive, get rid of Lynette than it does Bill.
Well, did you hear how? Well, I don't know. At first, I thought maybe that's what Randy was gonna do, but then he said set her straight. So I'm like, okay. So
Randy's so goofy, but ain't gonna do nothing. He's gonna mess it up just like he did the last time he was supposed to take somebody out.
I'm surprised Joey haven't taken him out yet. He gotta know that this man is lying to him for the last several months.
Yeah. Well, he knows. I think he's just waiting for an opportunity to use it against him in some way, or to get something from it. There's a reason why he hasn't put him completely on blast yet.
But this girl here, she thought she made a deal with her to leave town if she sent her payments. That girl went and purchased is trying to purchase a whole penthouse. It's like, how you gonna siphon that much money without Bill raising the eyebrow? Come on now.
Exactly. And I'm like, he's the least of your worry. He's the meal ticket. You need to get rid of the person who threatens to blow everything out of proportion. Like, get rid of her. And plus, nobody's gonna miss her. She's not attached to anyone in town.
Right.
So it would make for a cleaner break, but I guess and I'm like, where are you going to get the money from?
Right.
Without noticing that you're taking millions out, each week, each month, or something like that. And him not notice that.
Yeah, how you going to do that? That's a lot and she talking about millions. I mean, he ain't got the pre-legacy money. He got attorney money. But I don't think he got big money like that. He's going to see that.
You know what I wish they would do with the Lynette character? Since we know that she's a gold digger, she's a scammer, you got Carlton, who's single and available. She could meet him one night at Uptown, and he was talking about Nicole, and then, you know, she was buttering him up, buttering his ego, and use that man and try to weasel her way to being a member within Fairmont Press through him.
Yeah, I can't see that one. I think he was get the ick with that persona that she has. He already wants the old Nicole that is, you know, by the book, self-righteous, you know, pretty. Lynette is the antithesis of that.
But these are actresses. They fake a whole persona to get with these men. Same way we see the way Haley switches up for Bill. I think that if he were to have a conversation one night at Uptown, he's drinking, drowning his sorrows, whatever, and she catches on to the type of woman he's attracted to, she can fit into that role. Remember, there was a movie that Queen Latifah and Common did called Just Right, and Paula Patton was getting information to fit into that role to get that man.
Yeah.
That is what I wish they would write Lynette to do, to get Carlton, so she can be a permanent fixture and just causing a hell for Haley.
Yeah. Yeah, I do want them to figure out a way to keep her around.
Yeah, so, okay. What about the conversation between Samantha and June?
Samantha annoys me sometimes, but I mean, I understand where June is coming from. She probably feels like she's an embarrassment for her child, and she feels like she doesn't belong. And that's another love interest that could have went with Carlton. Get that rags to riches storyline. That would have been a beautiful thing to see. But I think it was I love the June character. I love the actress because she's so pretty. But I'm like, Samantha can be a little tone deaf, you know, when it comes to certain things. And I understand she wants her mother, but step into your mother's shoes and kind of see how she could feel. Same way she was trying to step into the shoes of people who need access to a free clinic. Mm-hmm. You know, have a little sympathy, empathy for your mother in this particular case, because she doesn't feel like she belongs, and you could be, you know, encouraging her instead of catching the attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh,
I kind of tuned out of that conversation. I think I tried watching that scene a couple of times, and I don't know. I saw the part where she kind of snapped at June, and Tyrell snapped at her for doing it, and then I saw the conversation because Nicole witnessed it. Mm-hmm. I saw that conversation, and then when June was the part where she was crying, which I think that was the last part of their conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I saw that much of it. But I think there was a segment that I missed in there somewhere.
Well, she ended up deciding to go after the whole conversation, and, you know, Samantha admitted to, you know, feeling like there was some abandonment issues from childhood and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But look like June is going, so.
What about the conversation between Samantha and Donnell?
I think she liked that boy.
Oh, she clearly does, because you thought she was bothered when Donnell told her that he had a crush on Chelsea when he was younger, and she was bothered by it. And it's like, girl, this is a man. Donnell is at least 21. She's 16 and a junior in high school.
Yeah, because him and Deanna are twins, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and she ordered a vodka soda at that bar, so yeah, they 21.
Mm-hmm. And he was drinking at the bar too. He was drinking at the bar when remember he was talking to Eva?
Mm-hmm.
And Kat walked in. He had a drink in his hand. Yeah, so, no, he's an adult. He's a man in college and drinking alcohol. I need you to stop it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm curious. They probably had June looking all pretty when she go to the cotillion.
Yeah, and I hope she gets a man. I want them to keep the June character around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
I
that's
do too, but I need her. I need June to stop talking like she's 80 years old.
Like, because she's country or something?
No, not because she's country. The sometimes when the way that she speaks, it's like she's mimicking an an elderly woman, and it's weird.
Like she's not up with the times. Like she's kind of like oblivious to the different things that are going on, or
well, I don't know how to explain. Like she'll say, "Hey, babe," and it's not because she's country. Like I get country accents. She talks. It's like they told her to act like you're an 80-year-old grandma.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes when she talks,
they laughing at you, Keisha, in the comments.
I don't know how to explain. It's just something that I noticed. She does it sometimes, and sometimes she doesn't do it. And sometimes she just sounds normal. So I don't know.
You know what I think? Maybe it's the age of both of the actors because they're so close in age. So maybe they're trying to make her sound like more like the older one. even though we know the actress who plays Samantha, she's in her 30s, and she be showing off her age online.
Mm-hmm.
When she does these little contests, like the boy who plays her older brother. It's like, do you know what MTV is? Do you know like what happened in the 90s? I'm like, you're showing off your age, honey.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why the June character has to do that, just to kind of differentiate that they. She's playing my daughter. I don't
know. Yep. And then we also have the lawsuit of Madison because of something her mama put on a blog post. Yeah. I didn't see the logic in that because I could see how you giving a malpractice suit on something that was on a blog post by a non-physician.
Mm-hmm.
And
just because she said her daughter said it or something like that.
That doesn't make any sense. And you made a choice not to take your kid to the doctor and give them ginger and lemon or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You chose to do that. It wasn't like a doctor gave you a prescription and sent you home and said, hey, you take this. You made that choice without medical professional advice. And to say, well, that doctor said it over there. Well, it was third party information. It wasn't her blog post. It was her mama's.
Yeah, that didn't
make any sense to me. And they finna go and fight this thing in court. He's talking about settle with money. Naomi's talking about, no, I think we should fight this one. Okay, but it should be a non-issue.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is even actually going to lead to anything, because the last time they were supposed to go to court over something was the whole thing with the women at his law firm, and then that ended up getting squashed. So I'm like, are they really going to? Because that sounds like a pretty weak case to me. Like, she's a doctor. This was the thing that you guys decided to put together for a lawsuit. So it makes me think that maybe it's not something that's going to actually last, and it's just segueing into maybe another part of drama for Chelsea and Madison. I don't know what, but
yeah, it just didn't make sense. Because I was like, huh? Y'all using that for the court case. I thought maybe, because she's a neurologist, maybe she misdiagnosed somebody's sleep study or a nerve test or something.
That would make more sense. Right. I'm glad that you said that. I wrote that down. That makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. And let there be a malpractice suit, but like you go to Bill, who is a criminal defense.
Yeah, it's reaching. That storyline is reaching.
Yeah.
You know, and she freaking out, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, the woman chose to give her kid natural products from a website. It didn't
Yeah.
come. She didn't sit down in the office with you, and you told her to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
And Madison can fight back with the defamation of character suit, which is really nothing. She's not the one who prescribed it. It's not her website. That's a wash. Because I listen to a lot of court cases. I'm a court reporter, but like, that's a wash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't see why they're going this direction. If it was a malpractice suit, I sat in on those. That would make perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Because
like
they
she
lose.
misread, one of those neuro tests or something and said, "Oh, you're fine," and you were not fine. You know.
Yeah, and said that they had like a tumor or something like that.
Right.
Like how Dr. Buckingham
Right.
was taking results for Liam. They could have went that direction a little bit.
Yeah, but a blog post that uh not even her, but it was your mom typing some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
And
know.
the fact of the matter, you didn't have to do that. You chose to get it to your kid. Nobody told you. You just read something. Oh yeah, let me do this. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, now I'm finna sue. Yeah, okay.
But there's a lot of Madison and Chelsea fans. I'm like, wouldn't it have been more interesting to see, like, as they like planning their wedding, to see like different issues within their relationship, because they got together really fast. Like, actually see them live together. Do they get along together? What if one of Madison's exes comes out of the woodwork? They did touch on the fact that Chelsea wanted like all the party favors and pop pills and all these different things. Like, what if she was sneaking off to kind of do that off to the side, and Madison catches that? Like, there were other avenues they could have went with, but
Yeah,
here we are.
it's almost like they're not sure what to do with them, because they start these storylines and then, like you said, it just like it's over the next week.
Right.
Like they know that they have a fan base, and they're trying to keep her on for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need them to pick something and stick to it.
Right.
Instead of all these random things that they have happened to them, and then magically it's resolved the next week, and then they're finding something different.
What was that name of that girl who trapped Chelsea in that cabin? Who was it? Stalker fan? Like, they could have had her magically come out of jail or get out of jail. Yeah. It was like slowly terrorizing them. I mean, something.
Mm-hmm. I agree. All right. Did we cover everything?
I believe so. We talked
Chelsea
about
Cat got their deal
with the Finmore.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm like, Laura was dragging her feet with that. And Tomas, oh yeah, that was the other thing too.
Yeah, well, he was about to quit and he didn't quit, and then he had to work. So.
Yeah, I'm glad that's working out. I guess that's it.
Yep. All right, let's get to these segments, and then I will let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your nights. All right, so we got our four or 5 segments now. Flip the script. Who's taking several seats? Star of the Week, Pickle of the Week, the Simp Olympics, and the Lily Winters Award. Okay, so for Y&R, what you flipping?
I would have flipped that interaction between Phyllis and Kane. Like, I didn't like the fact that she was like trying to pretty much just beg this man to come back to her. That's what it felt like. Like the moment that he wanted to be disrespectful, like, look, okay, fine, well, that's why you broke anyway. Bye. You could have, she could have done something like that.
Okay.
Mm.
What would I have flipped? I'm trying to think. Yeah, Diane need to rethink her position. That's why I'm gonna flip
Mm-hmm.
on this whole thing with Jack. Did you have anything, Keish, to flip or no?
Um, Mine would have been that Holden was actually a match, because then that would have kept Shamar Moore and Vivica Fox on screen longer.
Okay. Cool beans.
We can get rid of it, because we can just keep Shamar.
You so crazy.
He's been flying
I
all
like
his
Vivica
life.
being on there.
Yeah,
I like the
well,
way
we
she
know why Bree wants Shamar on
yeah.
there.
I like the way she popped in on Audra. I was like, who you talking to like that?
We forgot that part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. Her staying around just to do that, I do like that.
Yeah.
But Shamar Moore, he was the original Nate, original Carter, original Isaiah, original. I was the finest man in the world on days.
He was that dude, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He had aged a day. He still looks like that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
All right, what you flipping on? I mean, what you flipping on Bold?
To be honest, it was a great week. I can't even think of anything. Kimberly Brown did a fantastic job. I guess if there's anything small I would take away is that, like, I wish Finn felt like he had to ask for permission or bring it up. Like, he could have just said, look, I'm calling Sheila to see where she's at. Take charge. I would have been okay with that.
My flip would have been for all of them that was at that clip house to hear that conversation that Sheila had with Deacon. It would. I mean, I really would, because they was all over the case. They were scatterbrains. Oh my God, is she dangerous? What's she doing? Where's she go? I mean, is she hurting? I would want them to hear how she expressed herself in that situation. Yeah. And I think I said that earlier this week too. Well, what you got, Keish?
Mine would have been Steffi telling Taylor to get out of her house.
Girl.
The
girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
Because when she brought up the fact that Deacon shouldn't have been there in the first place, and I can't remember what Taylor's response was, but it's like,
she was like, but I wanted to be with him.
It was something like that. And it's like, you're totally disregarding that this is your daughter's house, and she doesn't approve of this. And it's like going in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
When she's talking to her, so
yeah. All right, what we flipping on BTG? Mine is this long blood plasma storyline. Let's just bring it to an end. I'm just not there with it.
I wish Kat was at least over at the bar or at the country club to overhear Darlene and Leslie go at it. I would have loved to hear her perspective on that, or at least have her listen to that. That would have been fun to watch.
What you got, Key?
I wish Nicole would have called Vanessa pathetic before she walked away from her.
Tell her about herself.
She is being straight up pathetic.
Yeah, man. She want them people to bend to the fact that I need y'all to see Joey how I see Joey. No, we don't have to see Joey how you see Joey.
Right.
You in bed with that man. We not in bed with that man.
Right. I don't need to like him. I don't need to be around him.
That's your boo.
Yeah, that's your boo thing. Go on and live your life up under the basement at the crap table with your with your man.
Yeah.
All right. Who taking seats on Y&R? Diane.
Boy. Yeah, for sure. Stephanie can take a seat too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For keeping a secret and then trying to tell these men how they should feel.
I'm gonna give Rizza a seat too.
Oh, the
Rizza.
lady in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, you swapping lips between Adam and Matt Clark. It's like, girl.
Well, on the other side of that, I'm gonna give Adam a seat because I don't
Yeah,
think he
give
needs
him
to
a
do all
seat
that.
too for doing it.
I agree.
Yep. All right. Bold.
Deacon can take all the seats.
Yeah, he can take a stadium full of seats.
Deacon and his children.
Okay.
Hope.
And Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor can take a seat too. She won't take a seat on top of Deacon though, so.
At all costs.
At all costs. All right, and then BTG.
Vanessa for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna have Eva take a seat. How you gonna tell him what to say to his mama?
Yeah. And Isaiah can take a seat too because he's just. I don't even know how to explain it.
Ted can get a seat for trying to champion that relationship.
Good one.
I'm trying to think. Any other seats? You got some seats, Bree? Or you done?
No, those are right.
Okay.
I'm good with all that.
All right. Star of the week. Oh boy. Y&R. I'm gonna give it to Josh.
Yeah.
Even though what I got. Let me just say this right quick. Josh went up in there, snorted that dust, and then come out and just changed all of the plans. And then turn around and got a hood put over his head.
Oh my gosh. That's what he did.
I'm gonna split mine between him and Lily because I like Lily's scenes with Malcolm and her scenes with Tracy. I thought I thought she did. Crystal Khalil did really good, showing her emotions about finding out, Malcolm had cancer, and then when she was telling Tracy about what was going on.
Okay. And we all. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Bree,
I was gonna say I agree with Josh and Crystal Khalil. I was going to say an honorable mention is Roger H. I want to say his last name because I think I got it right this time.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, give it a shot.
Hogwell?
No.
You done added another letter to it.
A G and oh Lord.
Wait, so it's not Hogwell?
No.
It doesn't have a G in it.
Girl.
It's H-O-W.
Is there a W in it?
I thought you wrote it down when I spelled it for you.
I cannot find it now.
It's H-O-R-W.
It doesn't even have an R.
Wait. I'm sorry. H-O-W-A-R-T-H.
Okay.
It's not a G.
Roger H. You know what? I'm gonna take a seat. I'm gonna take a seat.
We gonna have Bree take a seat.
But he was an honorable mention. Forget it, y'all. I'm taking my seat.
Yeah, Bree, take a seat.
I thought I had it. I practiced before we got on the show, you guys.
I can't believe that you said Hogwell.
And I wrote it down. I cannot find it anywhere on my desk right now. I'm like, I was like, I got it. I can remember it. I got it. I'm good. Anyway, y'all know what I mean. But I just want to say it was great to see him. He had a great, performance. Oh well. Okay, I'll just say Joshua and Crystal. There we go.
Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Okay, star of the week, bold. Oh, Kimberly Brown. She rocked it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
rock star performance.
All right, BTG.
I'm gonna give it to like it's a toss between three people, to be honest. I thought the actress who played Darlene had a really great scene. June, the actress who plays June, had a really great scene. And
Bree. Star of the week.
Oh my gosh. I'll give it to the actress who played June then.
Yeah, that's what I would say that too, because I mean she really acted that out. She was, yeah. What you got, Keish?
I'll agree with that one.
Okay. All right, now pickle of the week. YNR.
Stephanie.
Diane. Keish.
Yeah, I'll go with Stephanie.
Okay. And then B&B pickle of the week.
Deacon and Taylor and the Foresters who are acting scared.
I'm gonna go with Hope acting like this isn't what she wanted the whole time.
I'm gonna give it to Taylor because she was just playing up that pizza cutter and that dress. You still here? What are you talking about? She could have.
Yeah,
She could have
exactly.
whacked you. But she didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's
out. It's the other star of the week for Bold is that pizza cutter, actually.
You so funny.
For Monday's episode.
Now we gotta do BTG star.
Pickle.
I'm sorry.
Vanessa and her victim act.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm so tired of her whining and crying every week because don't nobody like her boyfriend.
Yep. I agree with that, actually.
Yep, I agree with that. The way that was really selfish of her to expect blind loyalty to her, to see this man the way she wants everybody. Yeah. Yeah, you gonna get that pickle, girl. All right. Now we got the Simp Olympics.
I had to really think about this. So, bronze is going to go to Holden for trying to utilize this stuff that's going on with his paternity to try to win over Claire, even after the fact. He's like, no, I don't want to talk to him, Mom. I'd rather spend my day with you. Can you go in the park with me? I'm like, Silver's going to go to Kane for backpedaling less than 24 hours just to get to Lily. I'm like, good Lord. Gold is going to go to Vanessa. She will forever cake for Joey no matter what. And make her, he could do no wrong. Her friends are in the wrong. But Platinum and Cosmic still Taylor this week.
Yeah, I agree with all of it.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the list that you have because they definitely stood out this week.
Yeah.
Holden, Kane, Vanessa, and Taylor. I mean, it was blatantly obvious. And especially when Holden decided to drop his story just to get the soft side. Can we go for a walk? She grabbed that man by his hand. He was smiling like a Cheshire cat.
Sure was.
Oh, yeah. Man. All right. And then we got Lily Winners Award. The audacity.
Vanessa.
Okay. I'm going to say Diane.
Yeah, that too.
This,
You said that earlier this week that you were gonna give her that.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Just from Monday's episode alone, saying like, oh, he maybe he wanted it. He cheated on me. Whatever. You
Yeah,
get that.
girl.
You get deceit. You get the award. You get it all, girl.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I agree with that, and I know me and Keish gave Vanessa that girl. You got the audacity to be upset because people don't like your man, and that man insulted your friends, and you mad at them for not sitting there and taking it. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all got anything else before we shut it down?
No, I will say Taylor's on a roll. She's been at the top of the Simple Olympics for the past 3 weeks.
Right. I mean, Michael is like, I'm glad it ain't me for a change.
Okay, it was Michael. It was Kane. I remember one year it was all Carter. So let's see if she actually surpasses them.
Well, she
You
got
got a
this
female.
man now. Who else gonna be simping except for maybe RJ next week? So he get into a whole
Yeah, I
fight
mean,
over that girl in the CEO office.
yeah, we got some top contenders just vying for that spot. But yeah, she's at the top of the league at the Simple Olympics. You know, we got a woman who's there. Hey, diversity.
Oh. All right, ladies, and my folks in the chat, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give us a follow on Instagram, on TikTok, on X, Facebook group where we all are at. Stay tuned for more Serena videos. The spoilers are coming out. And then we getting ready to see what May Sweep's gonna look like in another week or so.
Yep.
Yep. So, and I will say Friday the 24th, there will be no show as that is my birthday. And
Hey.
that's 2 weeks
Okay.
from tonight. So next week, we'll do a show that weekend, whether it's Saturday or Monday. But the following Friday, my boo thing got planned, so
Oh,
yeah, we'll
okay.
see. He's like, I gotta check this reservation, that reservation. I'm like, okay, I got that.
Okay, he got reservations. He a man with a plan. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm turning 55.
Okay. Do not look it.
Well, I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah. You look good.
I appreciate it, girls. I appreciate it. So yeah, he
Yeah, your
turned.
birthday outfit and everything.
I bought some stuff from Shein last week, so I'm waiting for it to come in.
Okay.
But yeah, he turned 55 back in November, and now it's my turn. So, yep.
So is he a Sagittarius?
He's a Scorpio.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, that Taurus and Scorpios are a match, so. Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey.
November
I hope you
18th.
enjoy your birthday.
Yep. All right, you
Okay.
guys. Until next time, we will see you guys later. Bye, Soapies.
Bye.
99.